The stakes are higher, the lengths are higher. We are in the second half of the XCAL $5 Tuesday series, and it's a full moon on a Tuesday night. The tempers are sure to flare here at South Boston Speedway as we welcome you to the XCAL Racing Web Shop 400 from South Boston, Virginia. Good evening, friends, on How to Suck at iRacing. I'm Marty Sakala, alongside Doug Burns, who is manning the control buttons tonight in the tower. Well, Doug, we're in the second half of the season. Again, like I said, the races are about to get a little higher, and we've got a lot of great stories from the front of the grid, for example, with Luke Turpin on pole position, Matthew Brunts on the outside of the front row, to all the way to the rear of the grid, where drivers like Chase Johnson return, and Brett Matkis is making his first XCAL start of the season.
Yeah, it's always exciting when we come to South Boston with this group. We have seen some really, really exciting races. We've seen a bit of chaos and drama come out. Last lap disconnect, last lap chaos, all sorts of things. Anything can happen. Then you factor in under the lights, you factor in a full moon. I hope security and the safety staff is ready to go tonight.
I hope Aaron Hillebush is ready to go with all the messages he gets, as well as the admin staff, for all the protests we'll have to deal with. So, once again, a lot of stories. We'll get right into the action there. First driver we start to talk with is a driver that's had some positive luck this season so far in recent races, and that is Ryan Seams. Ryan Seams, it's Marty Sakala in here. Let's talk about the season so far. In your recent races, you've had a good plus in those last few races. Talk about your takeaways in the last few races you've liked.
Just had a lot of good help from the guys in JNS, and I'm getting a little more comfortable, trying to get a little racy here and there and try not to cause an accident. Been trying different pitch strategies, seems to be helping.
Well, talk about what you expect here tonight out of this 400-lap showdown. It's going to be a race full of patience tonight for sure.
It is. I'm just going to try to just ride for 200 laps and then try to see if I can make my way to the front.
Alrighty,
Top 5 at least.
Alrighty, man. We will let you go. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you, Marty.
That's Ryan Seams. Ryan will be starting from position number 12 in the 131. Well, let's get more to the driver that is making his XCAL Racing debut, and that is Brent Matkis. Brent, what are the nerves like as you come in making your XCAL Racing debut?
Definitely really nervous.
Definitely can understand. Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't, I don't want to be the person that causes a wreck or anything like that. So I just want to hang and do the best I can and make laps and not be the cause of anything that disrupts the race.
How have you been preparing for tonight's event? Petey's been telling me you've been working really well with guys like Johnny B as well as Rodney.
Yeah, them two guys have been helping me out a lot. I ran a whole bunch of laps this afternoon, just trying to dial in a long run setup that I can keep the car stable and keep it going in the right direction.
What would be a result tonight that would make you very satisfied with?
If I finished top 25 and kept my nose clean, didn't have a lot of incident points, that'd be great. That'd be a win in my view.
Alrighty. Brent, enjoy this race tonight. Good luck, man.
Thanks very much.
Brent Matkis making his XCAL Racing debut tonight. Brent starts in the 41st position in the 66 via a provisional. Well, let's talk with Edmund Jones in car number 51. Edmund, just talk about first off here what you're expecting for tonight's race.
For tonight, I'm just hoping to have a clean race. Me personally and my two other cars out here, we're just trying to keep our nose clean and go 400 laps. Hopefully get in top 15. We've been running there pretty consistently and like to stay there.
What have been the positive takeaways for you so far this season? Coming on in your car number, 15th is in points. However, though, you did lose a spot last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, after Michigan?
Sorry, just ended up getting in a little incident there. My takeaway for this whole season has just been me getting better. I'm still relatively new compared to some of these guys on the sim, and being able to come out here and run with these guys, it's a challenge every week. It's a huge challenge, and it's just made me that much better of a racer. And I had a couple rough races in the beginning. The 51 didn't even make it to USA, and now here we are. I've been able to work my way up into top 15. We had a little bit of a setback last week with Michigan, but I'm hoping, I believe I finished 13th here last time, hoping to possibly get a little bit better.
That new paint scheme, Edmund, I just have a hunch is going to bring you some good luck. That is a bit pretty.
I absolutely love it. As you've questioned me before with JVSRL, you've asked me why purple, and it always goes back to my biggest fan, my biggest supporter, Matika. She's watching the broadcast right now. She watches every race, and having her and the kids support me, I have to put them on the car, and I have to, run her favorite color.
Alrighty, Edmund will let you go. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Edmund Jones of the 51 starting from 15th position here tonight. Let's also bring in our final story coming on in, Stephen Wetton. Stephen, let's first talk about the positives to your season so far.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit stronger. Goal is to try to get top 20 every week. So at the beginning of the season, I was kind of struggling with setups, so I'm starting to get a little bit better.
Tonight you start from position number 20th. You're in midfield. This is going to be a race for you full of patience tonight.
Oh, for sure, yeah. We just got to try to make sure we watch out for the accidents. Our car is really strong on the longer runs compared to a lot of the other cars out there. So, just trying to keep all the pieces all together, making sure that we missed accidents, and then hopefully be on the lead lap at the end of the race.
Alrighty, we will let you go, man. Best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Stephen Wetton starting from 20th position tonight. Tonight's race is brought to you by the XCAL Racing web shop. Head on to xcalracing.com and click on where it says shop. Our newest products include the XCAL Racing 2022 gym bag, the I Love XCAL Racing women's organic crop top, and the I Love XCAL Racing toddler fan shirt.
I have to make a note of a comment that it is the first time in XCAL history we've had a driver mid-interview crash. And that was Edmund Jones, so that was definitely a first for us.
It absolutely was. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. If you missed us 2 weeks ago at Michigan, you can watch the broadcast after this one on How to Suck at iRacing. Incredible race 2 weeks ago at Michigan. We had a one caution race, and Zach Edwards took home his first win. It was about time.
That wasn't exciting. When we saw 5-0, we even saw an attempt at 6 wide once.
Absolutely. Here are the point standings coming on in. Austin Edwards has the lead with 2,537 points. Luke Turpin second with 2,279. Alex Krapser third with 2,198. The top 3 spots were unchanged. Kendrick Cryer lost 3 spots in the championship after an accident that didn't bring a caution out. Down to 7th in the points with 2,000. Ahead of him, Blake Wynn 4th with 2,071. Sean English, or excuse me, not Sean English, the 17 car tonight driven by Alex Gratz, 5th, 2012. And Zach Edwards 6th with 2003. PDJ Zeller 8th, 1828. Kyle Bartels 9th with 1796. And John Schwartz is 10th with 1750. We are set to go. Let's meet the field for the XCAL Racing Web Shop 400. Luke Turpin and Matthew Brinson make up the front row. Jonathan Bronson and Zach Edwards in row 2. Row 3, PDJ Zeller and Alex Krapser. Joe Campbell with one of his best starts of the year on a short track in 7th. Pat Sullivan next to him in the 420 in for Matt Bear. Rounding out the top 10, Kendrick Cryer and Mason Foster. Row 6, Travis Sukup and Ryan Seam. Sukup in the 60 tonight. Row number 7, William Hartman and Steven Rex. Hartman in for Greg Holes tonight. Row 8, Edmund Jones and Daniel Miller. Row number 7, Blake Wynn and Noah Carpenter. Row 10 is Bradley Hall and Stephen Wetton. Row 11, Albert Hewins and Sean Andrews. Row 12 is Chance Madrick and Matt Pelletier. Those are the drivers that are good via the top 5. In via the top 15 in points. Bladen Edwards in the 18 in for Austin. And behind him are Kyle Bartos, 26th, John Shorts, 27th, Robert Colgan, 28th. The drivers receiving provisional spots. Jake Sylvia, 29th. Jose Gaudino, 30th. Gerald Poole, 31st. Sean Patrick, 32nd. John Friley, 33rd. Derek Colson, 34th. Pardon me, going throughout the rest of the grid. In 35th position, Jeremy Leto. 36th, Don Jordan. 37th is Art Hendren. 38th, John Bergeron. 39th, Brad Ebel. 40th, Chase Johnson returning. 41st, Brett Meckes. And then in the rear of the field, Devin Landry. And then Alex Gratz. Lights are off. 1 lap to go until we get the green flag. Doug, 30 seconds to green. Final thoughts.
Good luck and hope most of the drivers survive. We've seen some exciting races, but we've seen some rough races here. It is always a show at South Boston. And don't forget while you're here to get your SoBo bologna burger.
Absolutely. Full moon on a Tuesday night. The sun's starting to set. The champion from last season on the pole next to Matthew Brinson. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Showtime in SoBo.
Down into turn 1, and you mentioned last season's champion, one of the guys running for the championship tonight, not here as Austin Edwards is graduating tonight. So huge shout out to him, but obviously a hit to the points tonight, but I think he can take it.
Trouble already. Leaders approaching lap traffic. There was a crash on lap number 1. Sean Patrick got into it with Brett Meckes and Devin Landry. No caution. Oh, Bronson is loose. Cuddy save it in the wall with some net code with Sean Patrick. We're not even don't have the lights on yet, and we got a full moon in a junkyard. William Hartman, cars in the air. John Friley, Gerald Poole.
Not the way these drivers wanted to start the night for sure. Here we go, off into the turn, and just a big checkup in front of the 19, and everybody just piles in behind. You got cars backing into the walls.
Not the start that anybody wanted. At the start of the race, looking at what happened with Sean Patrick on the Flaming Karma Paint Shop replay, see if there was some contact from behind. He just completely lost into turn number 1. Like he had a controller issue, and that just checked up the field. That's how Patrick got loose, collecting Landry and Meckes.
The 57 actually drove over somebody.
Wow.
In the middle of that caution, I'm trying to see if we can find him. John Friley in the 57. Let's see if we can get a good angle on him. Watch this as he comes around. And the caution, everybody's checking up. You see Friley start to check up. He gets onto the brakes. And then he ended up drove up onto somebody and then driving back off.
We can confirm, by the way, this wreck is on Jonathan Bronson because he was blinking so badly that it just caused a big checkup with Sean Patrick and an accordion situation then developed. Guys on the binders and the 51 of Edmund Jones into William Hartman, and you said the 57?
Yeah, John Friley. He almost got completely stopped, and then he gets the car behind him just did not get woed up as much. He actually gets pushed up onto the car in front of him and then drives off of him. He was monster trucking it around here.
Not the start that many drivers want to go ahead.
Let's see if we can get a different angle on Friley. That was after. Let's see.
That's from our spotter cam.
Let's see. Here comes Friley right in the mix, almost completely stopped, and then from behind just gets pushed up onto the car in front of him and then drives off.
So Bronson's the first car out of the race. He got a disqualification officially because Aaron Hillebush was trying to DQ him. However, though, pardon me, listen to race control here. Aaron was trying to type in DQ the 67, but did not work. So we're ready to double them up. Let's reset the field as we get back to the green flag. We extend the caution once again. 36 cars on the lead lap. Ebel is in the pits, the only guy in the pits taking some extra damage to control.
Several cars lost a lap in this chaos as well. That's going to have an impact later in the race as well.
Waiver rounds go to Jeremy Leto, Devin Landry, and Brent Meckes. Again, let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. We got Jeff Edgar saying, "Hey, sweet cheeks," in the chat.
I'm assuming he's talking to me because I am the best looking broadcaster.
No, he's talking to me. He's just trying to say his normal thing to me that we like to talk to each other about.
Not even touching that one, buddy.
Yeah. Daryl Poole says JNS is strong. Daniel Sargent also rooting for the JNS Racing team. Pepsi Bottle 1 rooting for the Brinson Mafia on YouTube. And Duboat rooting for, says LOL Rip pile up during his interview.
Yeah, that was Edmund's pile up. I was glad he pointed that out because I didn't think about that. And I had to go look through my notes. That is a first. A first time we've seen incidents during interviews before, but nothing like that.
Luke Turpin, Zach Edwards, row 1. Alex Krapser, Patrick Sullivan, row 2. Mason Foster, Travis Sukup, row 3. Ryan Seams, Edmund Jones, row 4. Blake Wynn, Bradley Hall, the top 10. With 2 lap cars in front of them, Jonathan Bergeron and Robert Colgan, as we are back to green.
It is worth noting that even though iRacing put in the new restart zone, XCAL has its own restart rules. They have not tested it, so it is not in use, and I am so thankful for that because I've heard of too many groups having issues over the last week.
Zach Edwards looking to go around the outside on Luke Turpin. The last race winner from 2 weeks ago has a lot of momentum on his tail. He's been the happiest we've ever seen him in XCAL Racing. Nearly makes contact with Turpin. Turpin's going to use the 94 as a pick for Zach Edwards.
Turpin better do something. Zach is flying on the high side, and if he's making moves already on the high side, that does not bode well for the rest of the cars in the field.
Top 8 drivers or so, single file. First battle is a battle for the 10th position between Travis Sukup and Bradley Hall. Hall in the 69, which was actually just purchased by Chase Johnson. Looks to be from Edmund Jones buying the 69 from Don Jordan recently. So continuing to focus on up near the front. Mason Foster looking to make a pass here, stick. That's the lap car of Robert Colgan. Foster currently in 4th position. Alex Krapser trying to find a way down to the inside. That's for 3rd. This will be for 2nd.
And we got Jared Heasley cheering on.
Blue car loose. We got the green car was loose. I think that was Albert Hewins. I made some contact with Travis Sukup. Luckily, Sukup was able to save it. We stay under the green flag.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton of close calls here tonight, and it is always a show for sure, as guys have to sometimes use that bumper to get around, and sometimes they have a setup for the long run, and it gives them problems in the early going.
Zach Edwards still trying his way around the outside. I'm very surprised we're seeing someone be very aggressive around the outside. I think it's well when you think of it too, using more of his tires early on, challenging Luke Turpin for the race lead. He's got it. First lead change of the race. Edwards to the point.
And for the first time tonight, Edwards, but Luke Turpin's still fighting on the back, and apparently there was some problems with the JNS drivers. PDJ Zeller and Joe Campbell not involved in that last incident, but ended up at the back of the field, and I would imagine there might be some protest or some discussions post-race over that. Those two, J&S has 11 cars in the field, 2 of their strongest at the back now, but they have got help from Gerald Thanos Poole and several others. They'll make their way back.
Nice clear from Zach Edwards to take the lead, who started 4th in the race, off to a good start. A couple other drivers off to a good start. Your biggest movers of the race, Alex Gratz up 20 positions. Oh, hang on, we got trouble. Daniel Miller around the 262, along with Jose Gaudino. More trouble. Zeller and Frawley are around. Caution is out.
Let's see where this one started at. Coming off of turn 2 down the back straight away. And looks like the 27 might have given the 262 just a bit of a love tap. And then everybody goes behind trying to avoid it. And yeah, chaos.
That's Pelletier, the all-star winner. You saw Gaudino win it. Zeller and Frawley were trying to miss it. Nowhere to go, and they just stacked up. No surprise, the caution had to come out. Gaudino in the racing groove. And so caution number 2 is out on lap number 22, with Zach Edwards out in front.
Definitely going to be an interesting night here tonight with the track going to dark. The temperature change on the track will be dramatic, and the drivers will be quite a bit affected by that. And I have to say, seeing Albie Hewins and the way he was getting loose earlier, some of these other drivers as well, I think what you're going to see is some of these guys just have a setup for when it's a little bit later. They're just holding on to it until the sun goes down, the lights come up, the full moon gets out. When they start howling at the moon, I think it's going to get even more exciting than it has been already. And that's saying something. Several drivers already on pit road. Taking a look at the pit lane.
While we are at it, waiting for our stuff to come up, we can tell you about some of our fine sponsors. First off, Butt Kicker is the official transducer of XCAL Racing. For sim racing, Butt Kicker haptic transducers bring tactile feedback to your sim racing experience, delivering the missing car-to-driver connection so you can drive faster. Feel every gear shift, rumble strip, and tire slip with precision accuracy. A couple weeks ago, we had the XCAL Racing All-Star Race, and Matt Pelletier took home a Butt Kicker Gamer Pro. For more information, go to thebuttkicker.com. And if you want to save money on your next purchase, use code XCAL2022 for checkout to save 20%. Code expires at the end of the year. Let's reset the set of how it looks. Jose Gaudino gets the black flag. Even Wet and PDJ Zeller and Kyle Bartels get waved around.
2 cautions already, and we're 27 laps in. I think this one's going to be a bit of a wild one tonight, Marty.
Absolutely it will. So the field is doubled up. And we get our final extension. The field is doubled up. This time with Zach Edwards at the helm of the field.
Luke Turpin on the high side. I gotta wonder, Zach is definitely set up to run that car on the high side if he needs to. I have to wonder if Luke Turpin did the same, but when Turpin has won in the past at tracks like this, it has been on strategy and fuel mileage, because he's got that extra long fuel hose in that car that gives him about 150,000 more laps than everybody else.
To reset the field here, Zach Edwards, Luke Turpin, row 1, Alex Krapser, Mason Foster, row 2, Ryan Seams, Pat Sullivan, row 3, Noah Carpenter, Edmund Jones, Bradley Hall, Travis Suk up the top 10 as we come into the XCAL Racing restart zone. Green lights are on.
And they are down into turn 1. Russell Worth, I agree 100%. Get in XCAL, buddy. Go to xcalracing.com, sign up, and bring a 77 to the field. Right now, Noah Carpenter making his way for it. He's up 12 spots already. Edmund Jones up 7. Chance Maderick is up, what is that, 12 spots
12.
into 11th? And
But how about Chase Johnson?
Yeah, Chase up 27 spots already. And he has been right behind all the chaos and just managed to avoid it somehow. He has got a lucky rabbit's foot in the car tonight.
Welcome back to Chase Johnson, by the way. His first XCAL start in a while as Mason Foster battles with Noah Carpenter for position. Want to double check my notes here and make sure this is correct. The last start Chase Johnson had came at USA International Speedway, where he finished 10th in the race. So he's only done the first 2 races this season, and now he's back like Arnold.
Zach Edwards continuing to lead, opening up a very small gap on Luke Turpin, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He can open up all the gap he wants, but this is going to come down to a lot of strategy, and lap traffic will have the biggest effect on the field tonight. As we've seen at this track, it is so small that they'll be in lap traffic in just a couple more laps. I think historically it's been about 20 green flag laps. They start picking off lap traffic, and that's when things get really dicey and really interesting, as it looks like Albie Hewins has had an incident. Caution is back out.
Yeah, this is our 3rd caution of the race, and they have disqualified Luke Turpin from the race.
What?
In a mistake. Bronson came back out on track when he was disqualified. So, before the caution came out, let's explain this situation. Bronson got disqualified from the race due to the cause of that accident. Aaron tried to DQ him. However, though Bronson had already disconnected, Bronson, not knowing, came back into the race. I told Aaron, Bronson's back in the race. I was literally telling him on iRacing that Bronson's back in the race. He disqualified Turpin by mistake because the 67 and the 454 apparently were next to each other on the track. So that I feel for Luke in that situation.
Well, they can at least get him back into the race and hopefully get this situation corrected. Hopefully Luke Turpin will come back out. He's going to lose a lot of ground here, but you know, a few wave rounds, he might be able to get back into contention here. Obviously, in a race this big, with as much going on, mistakes will happen, and you got to give it to the admins for doing everything they can.
Though Matthew Brinson was spun out in that situation and came down on Hewins, looked like there was a little bit of net code there, and it just led to a cluster of you-know-what. So Hewins was stopped on the racetrack, and then also involved were Patrick, Wetton, and Schwartz. Ebo also getting a piece of that too.
Looking at Stephen Wetton now, just to get another look at this one. He just drives off into the corner. The 0-1 of Schwartz was trying to stop. That's probably where the biggest pile up in this one came. Schwartz head down on the bottom trying to stop before he gets there. Stephen Wetton didn't, going through the corners, the walls here, it's really hard to see that inside line.
Yeah, looking at that on Twitch, you're right, it is really hard to see the inside line. So Matthew Brinson, we were told, gets the black flag for that. We don't know if we have any waiver rounds yet. We're getting them right now. John Schwartz, Derek Colson, and we should have one more, Robert Colgan. So we get our waves. This is what happens when you have a race on a legit full moon. Some places, actually, I did some research, are actually having a strawberry moon tonight, a pink moon.
Yeah, I think my girlfriend is actually, we were talking about going out and seeing it tonight. We got some pictures last night, and I know for her photography page, she was going to get some more tonight. So looking forward to that. And Ryan Seams up front is blinking a little. He's been blinking throughout since joining, so that'll be one to watch closely.
Absolutely. So what do you think now with Luke Turpin out of this race by mistake. This just opened up the floodgates here.
It's definitely going to shake things up. I mean, Turpin is always a top contender here. And, you know, with Austin out, now with Luke Turpin out, man, it's a coin toss. Anybody in this field has a legit chance here. And two of the best strategists not in the race. Pace car is in, and here we go. Green is in the air again. Down into turn one, Zach Edwards leads him.
Deck up on the outside row for a moment, but Ryan Seams gets back into it and currently runs in second position.
Edmund
Single
Jones,
file.
meanwhile, up 10 spots, up to 5th now. Brad Hall up 12, Chance Manerick up 14. A bunch of these guys last night were racing at the LA Coliseum, and I think they might have learned something about short track racing.
Whoa. Pat Sullivan gets moved out of the groove for a moment. I think he got moved out of the way by Kendrick Cryer. Oh, baby, that's getting good.
That's
So
not
they're
a very,
side by...
That's not a very Kendrick Cryer kind of move. I'm surprised by that, and I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see a little payback from Pat Sullivan here.
Matthew Brinson goes into the pit line. We've got a front 5 breakaway as they are single file of Edwards, Seams, Carpenter, Foster, and Jones. Inside, Alex Gratz up 35 positions already, and it's only lap number 48. I think these cautions have really helped him because I think he's been missing all the wrecks. And speaking of wrecks, Gerald Poole has spun it in turn number 4, and he's taken the number 16 into pit road. Nope, keeps it out.
Let's see what happened to Thanos here. He didn't snap anybody out of existence this time. It looks like he had some help from the 45. He had a lot of help from the 45, but the 45 actually helped straighten him back out. Unfortunately, Thanos was starting to make his way forward, but that did not help things at all.
Chase Johnson, Jake Sylvia in a battle for 11th position. Two of the biggest movers in the race. Sylvia up 18, Sylvia up 17, Chase Johnson up 29 right now as we say entering turn number 3.
And Sylvia has really been coming on strong the last few races. I would expect him to be a championship contender next season, and I would expect a couple of wins out of him before the end of the season. He has just gotten that much better.
Matt Johnson loose alpha turn number 4. You can see the rear end just start to yaw a little bit. That's a good battle on track. Ahead of them as well, Bradley Hall loses a spot to Chance Madrick. Now the 39 is normally a car that Jim Johnson drives. Madrick doing a great job in that EHP race car.
Yeah, Madrick, one of those guys that is an exceptional short track racer. I've watched him run in other leagues, and I can tell you he is definitely one to watch out for. If he keeps a ride in XCAL, some of these guys might want to watch out. He is a short track ace.
Sullivan trying to rebound after getting put out of the groove earlier. He's in 10th position. Look who also is in this pack as well. Joe Campbell. He was in the back of the pack at one point because of something that was none of his business. Danny. Oh no, they're wrecking. Campbell's involved and he's freaking out going really. Chase Johnson involved in his return. Kyle Bartles. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. They go off into the turn. Chase up on the high side. And it looks like the car just in front of Chase gets the wall. As they come off the turn, Chase has nowhere to go. Tries to get down. Ends up going around and collects several cars in the process. No fault of Chase's. He just had nowhere left to go.
That was Bradley Hall who got up in the wall. Don't know if it could be either him. Could be on Chase Johnson for the checkup roll. But 2 drivers are spun and many more are involved with damage.
It looked like the 16 also came up a little bit and might have gotten Brad Hall, but just barely if he did. But regardless, several guys, and you gotta hurt for Joe Campbell, who had gone to the back of the field, no fault of his own, and now all the way back up, headed for another top 10 run, and then has to go back again. But Joe has charged his way through this field once. He's won races this season. He's been in contention all season. I think the J&S boys are going to get back up there.
It's unfortunate. Leaders, by the way, pit. While they pit, we'll take a pit stop ourselves. We'll step aside here at South Boston Speedway. Stay with us.
Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. This race promises to be a doozy, so I'm getting loose. Howdy, partner. I'm so excited for next week's event that I'm shaking. Totally different shakes. Howdy, partner. You're watching XCAL Racing.
We welcome you back here to live coverage of the XCAL Racing Web Shop 400 from South Boston under our I've lost track of how many cautions on lap number 62. To recap that caution, by the way, Chase Johnson got the black flag, Bladen Edwards and Jeremy Letto each got waves around the pace car. We were in the window for fuel, by the way, so some drivers decided to stay out, others decided to come in. Noah Carpenter is the new race leader, so he is the second lead change of this race. Next to Stephen Wetton, row 1, PDJ Zeller, Derek Colston, row 2. Alex Krapser rounds out the top 5 as we're set to go back to green. Carpenter, the control car, back to racing.
Back down into turn 1, Carpenter clears Wetton, and now he is going to try and take off. PDJ Zeller now back up in the top 5. That car has seen better days, but he is fighting his way up now into third. Colson coming with him, and a bit of a battle as here comes Krapser.
Zeller coming off his best finish of the year 2 weeks ago at Michigan, a third place finish. Took it as a win, especially because Zach Edwards won. Meanwhile, Wetton is holding up the field. He got loose in one bar of the corner, allowed Carpenter to get a breakaway from the rest of the field.
Yeah, and now Petey's looking under him.
Zeller looking for P2, decides to tuck back in line. He's got some patience at the moment, unlike other drivers in the field. Here's Kendrick Cryer inside on Derek Colson for 6th position. We didn't see this coming. Derek Colson right in 7th. I think he'll take this as of right now, but again, way early in the race, lap 67 of 400.
Yeah, Colson, I think he did a little bit of a strategy play here. He pitted on lap 25 under one of the early cautions and managed to get some fuel. He's trying to extend this run as far as he can, play a little strategy. There's a stack up behind as Sukup was running in the middle of corner entry and nobody could get around him. Alex Gratz, Ryan Seam.
He's loose! He's loose! Oh boy! Hang on to her, Travis!
He drifts it
man.
through 1 and 2.
That's one of the greatest saves I've ever seen. Dirt track in 1 and 2.
I guarantee if Austin Edwards is watching, he's taking notes because Austin, I think he might have topped some of your drifts there, buddy.
Austin right now is in a Cold Brown moment. That's what he's thinking. He's thinking, oh boy, this guy better not make it to victory lane.
Blake Wynn.
He'll be doing some dirt tracking too.
Like I said earlier in the race, these guys set up for some of these guys are set up for the long run. They are set up for running once the track and the air cools, and it is definitely showing with how loose they are getting out here.
Every driver has pitted at least once in the race, except for Noah Carpenter. He is the only guy to stay out and keep his nose clean. Zach Edwards, who pitted for 4 tires, or Kimmy for a fuel only, I want to say, a couple of moments ago, running in 3rd position, and up to Alex Krepser in the battle for 2nd. They're teammates, so we'll see how this one goes.
Well, you know, it looks like Zach is definitely faster. Hopefully they won't battle it out too terribly hard here. But these guys should work together and try. Caution is out. Jonathan Bertrand.
Big wreck. Big wreck. Parking lot in the back straightaway. The field is literally blocked.
Jonathan Bertrand. Oh, he gets a love tap from the 94. Almost saves it. Comes back up. Everybody has to check up behind. And there you see they just pile in.
Hey guys, this ain't look.
Wow. You know what? We haven't been to the blimp yet. This might be a good time to show the view from the XCAL blimp on this replay. There comes the 94. He gets a run into the turn, gets into Bertrand. Bertrand almost saves it there. Tries to avoid the wall, snaps back up, and poor Joe Campbell gets caught again. And it is literally a parking lot there.
Wow.
Noah Carpenter does give up the lead. He has come in. Krapser now has the lead.
The only guy to find a hole through that parking lot was the pace truck.
Yeah. You got to give credit to the pace truck driver. He was doing a great job.
Absolutely. He's been the perfect guy to do this tonight. He's the only. I think he's the only guy right now with 0x.
I actually had a friend of mine. This is just to pass a moment. A friend of mine started his dirt racing career, real life dirt racing career this past weekend. Got involved in one incident on track. He messaged me later and said, "Yeah, I got a 2X out there." I was like, "Oh my God, Bill."
Anyway, let's take a look and see what you guys are seeing in the chat at the moment. Big hello to Shane Briggs watching. We are not taking shots at the moment because we're professionals. We don't want to get drunk. Bronson feels bad for Luke. You talked about Russell and Matika already. Those are the only updates we have at the moment. While we're at it, let's take this opportunity to welcome a new sponsor to XCAL Racing. That is Alloy Wheel Repair Specialist. They sponsored the last race a couple of weeks ago, as if their site can work, and it does. Alloy Wheel Repair Specialist provides nationwide wheel repair service. No matter where you live, we have a location to repair or paint your alloy rims. They offer wheel repair services and wheel custom coloring. For more info to find a location near you, check out awrswheelrepair.com. Of course, I had to put emphasis on the .com. Black flag goes to Robert Colgan. Waves belong to Art Hendren, Travis Sukup, and Edmund Jones. So waves are going around, and they're not abiding by XCAL rules. Art Hendren did his wave around on the bottom of the track. And in fact, I just heard that Aaron Hillebush gave a warning to all drivers on the track to make sure you're in the proper lane, and also as well to give each other room, letting the leaders go by.
You know, we knew this was going to be a bit of a rough one, but the full moon has really shone here tonight.
Oh no, I don't know if I want to say a strawberry moon. I think it's a blood moon. Who knows? By the way, while we were at it, I want to give a congratulations to a couple of drivers out there. Jose Gaudino making his 45th start tonight. Mason Foster with his 35th. And this is as well, I gotta take a look at this correctly. Aaron gave me our roadmap out of scale. This is the 75th points event for the Street Stocks in XCAL Racing history. So, coming back to the green flag, Alex Krapser and Zach Edwards, row 1. Kendrick Cryer, Derek Cole, row 2. And Ryan Seams rounds out the top 5. We are back to green.
And Crapser down into turn 1 clears. Kendrick Cryer now coming through, and Zach Edwards back up front, out coming off his win. And look at the run Zach is getting up on the high side early on in the race here tonight. He has been having a great, and he just powers ahead of Kendrick. He has a little momentum advantage up on the high side, but still making his way. Caution again.
Are you kidding me?
Robert Colgan involved.
Oh my goodness, the 717 is on his lid. Wow. That was wild, and that was ugly. Contact from there was a car already spun out in that situation. It was Robert Colgan who he had stopped his car on the track in the first place, and it just led to a checkup situation. But in this, Noah Carpenter gets into the back of Jonathan Bergeron.
Oh!
And Bergeron got T-boned first by Seams, and then the 60 and 00 come flying in.
And they had nowhere to go. Gerald Poole gets caught in that as well. And the poor 717 is just stuck. Can he get it off the... I think he might have been stuck. I did not see if he towed, but he is definitely not in a great spot.
That is a no parking spot, sir. You have to move your vehicle or else it will be towed. And he was towed.
Looked like he got down off the wall, but I think the car was so beat up at that point.
Noah Carpenter gets the black flag for that. We can tell you, by the way, Alex Crapser has brought his car into pit road. That gives Zach Edwards the lead back. Let's talk about Zach while we're at it. This is like right now the only guy that can run the middle of the track. This is impressive.
Yeah, he has been up top, middle of the track. It gives him the momentum advantage off the corner because he's got more room to run out. Plus, he can pin the lower line down. But then it just comes down to the fact that he's able to stay even with these guys. Going in on the low line gives you a little bit of an advantage. But, man, he is making the most of that higher line tonight. Now Ryan Seams in second, and look who's worked his way up, Mason Foster. And a guy who was literally struggling to keep the back tires under him, Jake Sylvia, now in fourth. Blake Wynn, first time we've mentioned him tonight, he's now into the top 5. And the fill-in driver for Austin, it's an Edwards last name thing. Because Bladen Edwards is up into 6th place.
I'm going to give you a fun fact, by the way, while we're at it. We only have 3 drivers that have 0X. One of them's actually already DQ'd from this race by mistake. It was Luke Turpin. Zach Edwards and Alex Crapser are the cleanest cars on track. We've got 4 drivers with 24X. Actually, I should say 8 drivers in at least 20X.
It's going to be a rough one.
It's going to be a rough one in terms of penalty money. You know what I mean?
Next week's purse will be huge.
For each incident point you get, yeah, that's true. For each incident point, you lose, I think, what is it, a quarter?
It is a quarter this year, so yeah. It's there's going to be a big purse for next week's race. Good evening, Richie. How's it going, buddy?
Here we go to come back to green. 89 laps are complete. Here we go. At this rate, by the way, this race is going to last 4 hours.
Oh, let's hope not. Let's hope we get to some green flag laps here. Lap 90, we're about almost a fourth of the way in. Zach Edwards has led twice tonight and led the most laps thus far. Ryan Seams in second, Mason in third. Looking through Jake Sylvia, I want to keep an eye on. We saw that car sliding all over the place earlier on. He has now got something. He's either made a change or the track is coming to him because that car is really planted.
Up 25 spots already. Zach Edwards, by the way, just put on the quickest lap of this race at a 16:01. By the time we get to the end of the night tonight, Doug, I got a good feeling we're going to see some times in the 15s.
Oh, easily. If we're running 16:01s, once the lights go down, we're going to be in the 15:9s for most of the field. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit. Noah Carpenter has had a crash.
No caution, no caution. Nope, he did not crash. We're good.
Not sure what happened that alerted. I think he was
They have
blinking.
Probably. Anyway, continuing on here. Oh, Sylvia all the way out of the groove on the extreme high side next to the wall. I think he just let Blake Wynn go and take away the 4th position.
Probably a wise move if he's still having some. And the 27 just gave him. I think the 27 felt Matt Pelletier was like, you know what, you're in my way. You let one guy by, you're gonna let me by, because he did give him a little tap on the bumper.
Pelletier gave him the boot scoot and boogie. Now Sylvia crosses over for 5th position. Oh boy, this is getting wild.
I don't think Sylvia was very happy with that little bit of a bump. I think we generally in South Boston, it's about halfway through when tempers really start to flare. I don't think they're waiting till halfway.
Bladen Edwards and John Schwartz in a battle for 7th position. How about Bladen? We talked about him just a moment ago.
Oh, we've got cars.
No caution. That's Sylvia, I think. No, that's
PJ Zeller and Alex Krapser.
Teammates, no caution. That's out of the racing groove. We stay under the green flag.
Oh, the 15 just drove into the back bumper of the 00 PDJ Zeller. He collects Krapser. They both go around, and I am thinking that JNS is probably going to have some payback dished out next week or they're going to be dishing it out rather because they have had a really, really rough night.
Wouldn't be surprised if it happened tonight. Oh, Schwartz gets into the back of Edwards. The 18, can he save it? Yes, he can. Checks up the field. But going back to your point, I wouldn't be surprised if JNS did it today. I understand that PD's the VP, but I bet you right now, Joe and Danny right now are freaking out saying, go get their rear ends.
I'm sure they are. I would be too, honestly. If I was one of the owners, I would be definitely telling my drivers, you know what? They're going to play rough. We're going to play rough.
Stephen Rex, Daniel Miller in a battle for 15th position. Like, I mean, when I was a driver before, I've had drivers get in the rear of me many times. Here's what I did. I let them go by me. So I just got in the rear of them and took them out. And all I said, I've had enough of drivers getting in the back of me. I had enough taking you out.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, and I think JNS started the season so strong. They have gotten beat up a few times and have never really been the payback group. They've been very calm about it. You gotta give them credit for that professionalism. But halfway through the season, when they have 11 cars in the field and they are in contention for every position.
Nice save from the 48. There was a netcode contact from Noah Carpenter. And you're right, by the way. He is blinking. And Aaron Hillebush gave him a big warning about it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he is. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to stay in this one.
He's at 125, paying 100 quality for those wondering at home. Oh, Alex Gratz with a big send on Chance Madrick for 12th position. Their teammates. I think probably that Gratz was like, I'm going inside. And Madrick was like, okay, take it.
And while they're teammates, these are guys that have not ever raced together before. They met on track for the first time this week. And, Chance, this is his first or second race here. So he definitely has something to prove.
Absolutely, and Madrick's doing a great job right now, currently in 12th position, up 11 spots. Caution is out, and I don't know for who. I think it was for Joe Campbell. He is in the pits.
Well, let's see, because Jonathan Schwartz had an incident. Noah Carpenter was blinking. Let's see, Jonathan Schwartz. Oh, Schwartz was just blinking.
Brent Meckes, I think it was.
Let's see. Here comes the 66. Down the front straightaway into turn one. Jose Godino right behind him. They go. Oh, the 960 was around in front of him. The 66 tried to check up, but Jose Godino right there had nowhere to go.
The contact came from Kendrick Cryer, another JNS car involved in this one.
And you have to wonder, it was Noah Carpenter again. He was obviously having issues. You have to wonder if he is going to get sent to pit road.
We'll just have to see. Leaders are in the pits, by the way. While we're at it, can let you know, by the way, that Sim Racer Coin is the official cryptocurrency of XCAL Racing. Race to own the winner's coin. Sim Racing Esports meets crypto and blockchain technology. Their mission is to make sim racing even more fun and realistic, to build a marketplace where you can use tokens to buy sim racing assets like car setup files, paints, and pay for setup services, like coaching. For more info, go to simracercoin.com, or excuse me, simracercoin.org. SimRacerCoin, racing is life.
Hey, I just saw my buddy Skylar Massey dropped into the chat, and I have to say, if you haven't gone to the Facebook page and checked out next week, we have a big charity event going, and I know a few of the XCAL drivers will be in there raising money for the American Cancer Society, trying to raise over $5,000 this year, and XCAL was a huge part of that last year with a huge donation, a lot of drivers donating, and it was awesome. So huge shout out, and hopefully everybody will go check out all the information on the Facebook page.
The race, by the way, you can also watch on twitch.tv/SuckIRacing and on YouTube/HTSAI. Is there a number next to it? I forget. I know it's how to suck at iRacing.
You act like I know these things. It's actually Facebook How to Suck at iRacing. Or on
I know
YouTube,
that.
I mean.
Okay.
It's actually Suck at... it's slightly different. I'll have to look it up, but it is
I got
slightly
it,
different.
yep. The domains are sometimes confusing, so...
Yeah,
anyway,
I couldn't get everything to be the same. I really tried.
Anyway, let's reset the field here for you. Kendrick Cryer gets the black flag. Stephen Rex, Albert Hewins, and Robert Colgan each get a wave around the pace car.
Oh, and I just got word from Skylar that we will have another huge sponsor announcement for that upcoming event. So more money, more prizes, a lot more coming.
That's awesome to hear. So there should be one to green. Nope. We have another extension.
Brad Hall stayed out and has taken the lead. He last pitted on lap 58. This is his first time leading tonight. Now, didn't he lead 1 or 2 laps at Michigan, and those were his first ever laps led in XCAL competition, I want to say?
That was Brad Ebel, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So these are Brad Hall's first laps.
Yes, that's right. He's the 5th lead change of this race unofficially, and the 5th different leader. Reset the field as we come back to the green flag. Brad Hall and Zach Edwards, row 1. Ryan Seams, and actually, hold that thought. We're gonna extend it once again. By the way, Aaron just gave a shout out on the race control about the bologna burger. Only thing is he called it a bologna dog sandwich.
A bologna dog sandwich. Yeah, so go get your South Boston bologna burger and check out their Twitter page because it's hilarious.
It seems like right now that the demo derby that normally happens post-race is happening in these 400 laps. 117 laps are complete. Zach Edwards and Brad Hall, row 1. Travis Sukup, Ryan Seams, row 2. Matt Pelletier, Blake Wynn, row 3. John Schwartz and is 7th. Stephen Rex, 8th. Albert Hewins, 9th. Chance Madrick is 10th. Set to come back to green.
Yeah, Brad Hall's first laps, but I don't know if he can hold Zach off. Zach being up on the high side sends it down into turn 1. Coming off turn 2, he's already got the nose ahead. Brad has to really pinch it down. And Zach Edwards is going back to the lead. I don't know that Brad Hall... Nope. Zach has pulled back into the lead.
6th lead change of this race unofficially as we got a good battle happening for 4th. Blake Wynn and Travis Sukup. Sukup driving the number... That's a Don Jordan number, by the way. Actually, I don't think that Jordan has that number anymore. That's the dropping bombs paint scheme on the back of the 60.
Yeah.
On fastest lap of the race, by the way, Guess what? Zach Edwards in the 15 range.
And,
Second place battle.
And you have to give it to Suka, man. He has been caught up in a lot tonight. Still up here in the fight. And speaking of guys caught up in just about everything, I was looking to see Joe Campbell is back in 35th. He has had a rough night, but hopefully he'll be able to fight his way back forward.
Blake Wynn, Sukup still in that battle for 4th position. Will be interesting to see where Brad Hall goes, because I think this could help out the 99. Oh, Sukup touched the apron, got a little bit loose. Keeps his foot in the gas, though, but loses a spot to the 99. Let's see if Wynn comes down to clear. There's some tire smoke. We have a spinner, I think, and we
Joe
do.
Campbell.
That's Carpenter. Carpenter and Campbell?
Carpenter was down, or Joe Campbell was down on the inside. Let's see what happened. Flaming Karma replay time. And
Colson got him. Carpenter nowhere to go, and somehow that is not a caution, but I think it's because not in the racing group. Man,
it looked like Joe just got yeeted up the track.
you know, if you've watched the XCAL Racing Radioactives when there was a thing, Joe Campbell is known for blowing off some steam at the drivers. I don't think it's steam tonight. I think it's fire.
I am sure Joe is breathing. Oh, wow. The 5 really just sends him up the track. Huge dump. And I think we mentioned it earlier that the...
Whoa, 3 wide! Off of turn 2 as Hall and Wynn were working on Brad Ebel. That got close to being dangerous as Hall and Wynn side by side for position number 3 on the track.
We mentioned earlier the J&S drivers and the whole team really always very composed, very professional out on track, but I think the gloves are coming off.
Perhaps Blake Wynn, by the way, with a 4X in this race, the only clean driver on the track who's yet to have some contact of some sorts. Zach Edwards. We got Sean Andrews, by the way, that just crashed a couple of moments ago. Nope, pardon me. I think that was a blank again. Oh, Shorts below the yellow line, trying to send it on Suka. And now Short starts to blink.
Oh,
what is going on here with these blanks tonight? We've seen a lot more than normal.
Well,
could it be with the new update?
It usually is the first, if you recall, last year, and you'll recall this one really well, Marty.
Oh, gosh.
Last year, the Texas race, we had our first ever black flag because of some difficulties with connections and with the iRacing update that morning. And what happened when you tried to go to pit road, Marty?
Can we not talk about it?
I am never letting that one go. Because
that's when I started raging and saying, "Hey, if you are a lead lap car, I don't care. I'm racing you."
Jake Sylvia has had an incident. Let's see what happened here. Sylvia down under Mason Foster, the 56. Oh, Sylvia, I think he just snaps loose.
That's all on him. Now can you get that upright before a caution comes out? He's going the wrong way. If I'm Sylvia right now, I'm getting a toe. He's going for a caution. What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh my gosh. He's going to cause an accident just by doing this. And there it is.
There it is. So he was just trying to safely get it down to the bottom and get somewhere, and so he could get it turned around. Let's take a look, because we had gone back to live.
That was way too dangerous. And no offense to Sylvia, but that was way too stupid. I would not have done that.
I think we'll see. Probably a little talking to, but I don't know that there was another way. With the way South Boston is, there's so little room. That might have been the smartest play to get that car turned around, but I don't know. It'll definitely be reviewed, I'm sure, after tonight.
That will be a protest for sure. So we're going to step aside and take a break, but you're not going to miss anything. We'll go side by side. Zach Edwards, Ryan Seams, Blake Wynn, John Schwartz, Bradley Hall, the top 5. Stay with us.
This year's agency XCAL Super. Howdy, partner. This year's agency XCAL Super. This race promises to be a doozy, so I'm getting boozy. Howdy, partner. I'm so excited for next week's event that I'm shaking. Totally different shakes. You're watching XCAL Racing.
Welcome back here to live coverage of the XCAL Racing Web Shop 400. Wild racing for fifth here, Doug, between Matt Pelletier and Travis Sukup, because Jake Sylvia, the 32nd place car, is in the way and he's many laps down. Pelletier is angry with him.
I would imagine so. I imagine Sukup's going to be a little bit angry with him right now, as well as he's going backwards. And I don't think this one's going to go. He is supposed to one lap down.
Oh, man.
You can fight it out with the lead lap cars, but if you're more than one lap down, you have to let them go. That is per XCAL rules. He is
5 laps.
not letting them
5
go.
laps ahead behind Jake Sylvia, and he's trying to battle John Schwartz for position. Look at that. He's trying to put the bump and run to him. He's lost 3 seconds. The driver, the 01, John Schwartz. He is losing 0.2 a lap on average because of Jake Sylvia. And this is just creating a mess. Braden Edwards starting to come in this battle for 5th position. This is a hot one.
Yeah, this one won't end well if the 25 does not get out of the way. Now as Sukup gets down to the bottom. No, he does not. I'm sorry, Pelletier is looking to the bottom. But he is not
here we
in
go.
the room. He gets to the inside, but will he be able to hold it? Yes, he does. So he gets halfway there.
Oh, hang on a second. Sylvia may get the clear here.
He is.
Oh, my goodness. He puts the bumper to him. Pelletier doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Nearly turns him around.
Tempers are starting, and he's still.
Oh, my goodness.
Believe
He's blocking
Sylvia.
him. If I'm PDK Sylvia, I'm giving a yelling to Jake Sylvia after this one because he's a part of this battle too, and he's seeing all of it. Look at Sukup. He goes to the outside. He gets moved out of the way by the 39. That's not going to work. Braden Edwards is around. Same with the 39. Here's the caution.
And I believe the
Nothing
18
yet,
was.
though. Nothing yet. 39's waiting for some room, but I don't think he's going to get it. Pelletier. Oh, Colson gets a bumper from Sylvia, who saves it. Pelletier now goes to the apron, and Colson dumps him. Oh, my heavens. Colson dumps himself.
And there is the stack up that happened back behind. Everybody got ready to go. Now let's go take a look at what happened to bring out the caution this time.
So here's what it was. Madrick thought he had room to merge up the track. He was still stopped, but Frawley got into him. That's what causes the caution flag to come out. But the aftermath of the debacle between Sylvia, Colts. So here's what happened. So they got by the 39 first. Sylvia puts the bumper to Derek Colson, and Colson just turns hard right and says, "Dude, that was stupid." And Sylvia does get a piece of that. I gotta look closely here.
Friley got caught in that. Let's take another look at this whole mess. The 5 car up there, he is not on the lead lap, and we know that he is generally pretty good about following the rules. But the 25, also not on the lead lap, just dumps him. And it looked like the 5 actually was not trying to get 25. He was trying to save the car and just couldn't. He was so out of shape. I don't know.
For Sylvia though, I'm not afraid to call him out here. That was honestly stupid. Everything that he was doing there. That's just ridiculous driving.
I wouldn't be, I'm sure that he'll be get some punishment per XCAL rules. I don't see Austin Edwards, and that's an EHP car if I'm not mistaken. I don't see Austin Edwards tolerating that.
Me neither.
Just knowing Austin, the man, I know neither Austin nor Edmund Jones, Chris Johnson, none of them are really going to put up with that kind of crap from their drivers. I would imagine he may get a 1 race or more suspension out of it. Well, time will tell. Obviously, owner choice on that one. I don't think he'll see an XCAL suspension. I think he will see a penalty. But I would not surprise me to hear come tomorrow that Austin Edwards or Chris Johnson or Edmund Jones announce, hey, this driver's getting a suspension.
If I'm Matt Pelletier, I am pro-station that big time.
Yeah, he has every right to. Plus the incident with the 18, the 39, all that going on back behind that.
And Sylvia too.
It really Jake just caused a ton of chaos there. Let's see.
However, though, the black flag goes to both Travis Sukup and Chance Maderick, being told as a hard racing accident. Daniel Miller, no, not a hard racing, yes. That's just two black flags, 2 different accidents, so not an EOL. Daniel Miller and Alex Crapser get waves.
It looked like the 60 was trying to do the right thing and hold his line, got a little bit of the wall, and just ends up coming down the track area. And then they were already 3 wide as the 39 tried to shoot the gap. Just not enough room on the track, but again, it kind of goes back to that battle. They're trying to avoid Sylvia, and Sylvia had already pushed the 60 up the track a bit.
While we are at it, while we are waiting, and we can tell you, by the way, Sylvia is out of the race. He has disconnected from the server. Let's do a full field rundown here and look from the aerial shot, brought to you by How to Suck at iRacing. Talk about the leaders. Steven Rex stayed out on that pit stop, so he is the new leader. And Zach Edwards will be next to him, the best car here on track. Blake Wynn, currently third. He's had a good day so far in the 99. John Schwartz, a nice comeback after being involved in 2 different spins in 4th position. Ryan Seams, another great day for him, right in 5th position. The momentum on his side as well. Alex Krapser getting by as well on the overtake. Albert Hewins is currently in 7th position, last car on the lead lap. 8th position is Daniel Miller in the 262. Mason Foster, a quiet night, but running in 9th position. Sukup gained a black flag, but running in 10th spot. Stephen Wetton currently in the 11th position. Jose Gaudino 12th. Robert Colgan 13th. Matt Pelletier 14th. Jonathan Berger on 15th. 16th, Braden Edwards. 17th, Jeremy Little. 18th, Derek Colson. 19th, Alex Gratz. Bradley Hall is 20th. We'll get to the rest of the field in just a moment, but first we've got the restart.
Yeah, this one will get a bit interesting here as we watch it from the XCAL blimp. Zach is probably just going to power by here.
Late restart for Steven Rex, was just trying to play some games with Zach Edwards. I love it. And Rex gets the... Let's see here.
Zach gets to his bumper, and PDJ Zeller up on the high side right behind.
Look at the diamond from Zach Edwards as he goes to the race lead. That was a beautiful move from the 6.
Oh, we've got a stack up on the front stretch.
Parking lot, no caution yet. Don't know why the caution's not out.
And now we've got a caution, and now more are wrecking. And let's see where this one started. Looks like Bladen Edwards, one of the drivers involved.
And the 61 got turned around. Don Jordan got turned from the 131 of Ryan Seams. stacks the field up. Mason Foster turned from Daniel Miller.
Just chaos, and
Classic chaos.
I think that what we're seeing here is a lot of is Aaron trying to keep this thing green, and a couple of guys have been able to have small wrecks 360 it and pull it off. But then these guys got moving pretty quickly, but the leaders came out of the turn, and they all have to check up, and then we start seeing cars stack up behind.
So while we are at it, under caution once again, Doug, give us the second half of the field from 21st through 33rd.
21st currently Alex Gratz, Sean Patrick running in 22nd. Edmund Jones has been in the top 10 tonight, but now back in 23rd. Noah Carpenter, multiple issues, including connection, back in 24th. John Friley has monster trucked it here at South Boston and still fighting his way up. He's in 25th. Art Hendren in 26th. Don Jordan currently running in 27th after that incident. Sean Andrews 28th. Chance Maderick has had a fairly good night and been up in the fight, but now back in 29th. Gerald Thanos Poole starting to make his way forward, got caught in that one. He is now back to 30th. Joe Campbell, your heart just beats for the guy. Every time he starts moving forward, he gets caught in somebody else's mess, back in 31st. Brent Meckes, his XCAL debut in 32nd. PDJ Zeller, a rough night for a guy who has been running really well this season, in 23rd. Pat Sullivan in 34th on pit road. William Hartman in 35th, and it looks like everybody, no, Kyle Bartles in 36th, or 37th right now. Jake Sylvia being scored in 36th. He'll actually go back. Brad Ebel on pit road in 38th. Matthew Brinson appears to be out. Chase Johnson, Luke Turpin, Devin Landry, and Jonathan Bronson all out of the race.
Most incident points is Sean Andrews with 36. Yeah, let's call him out for that. Followed by John Friley, Bradley Hall with 32. Only clean guy out there on track right now, Zach Edwards with a 0x. While we're at it, make sure you check out the XCAL Racing web shop at xcalracing.com/shop. Our newest products at the XCAL Racing web shop includes the Jones BS Racing shirts, the XCAL embroidered bear bib, and the All-Star event shirts. Also as well, don't forget as well that Sim Racer Hub is the official statistics sponsor of XCAL Racing. Check out the point standings and all the stats from your favorite drivers at simracerhub.com. To be a super fan, you can become an XCAL Patreon member. Just go to xcalracing.com under the 2022 list, scroll down to our Patreon list, and sign up. Remember, 18 or older only. Our Victory Lane sponsor, by the way, as we are back to green, is Fuel Factor X, presented by KMU Trucking.
Zach Edwards quickly shoots out and is pulled away from Blake Wynn, at least for the moment. Jonathan Schwartz up into third, and we're just about at the halfway point. Jonathan Schwartz in the top 5. Not a huge surprise there. Stephen Rex in 4th, having a great night. Crapser in 5th. And Sukup starting to recover a little bit in 6th place.
Oh my gosh, another caution. You're kidding me. This time it's Jeremy Lettle that has crashed.
And
Lettle was
you're
right
not
inside
going
the
to
top
believe who got caught in that one. Again.
Joe Campbell.
Joe, buddy, I have to say, Danielle, please get that man a lucky rabbit's foot and a horseshoe on the rig, please, tonight.
Let's see how Campbell got turned, and that's from Bradley Hall. You know what? I think he was there. They were 3 wide. Campbell moved up the track for starters to let the field go by. I don't know if he realized Hall was next to him, and then he just hooked him left. That's what happened.
Leto was in the mix with that one as well. Let's see, because there was a lot going on. What happened to Leto here? As they, Leto just has nowhere to go. He gets caught. And man, poor Joe Campbell.
Yeah.
You know, he has consistently been, since that season opener win at Charlotte, he has consistently been up in the front. He has consistently been up in the top 10 and top 15 and having a great season, probably his best season in XCAL competition. And here it is, just at South Boston, it all just kind of going to crap on him. Hopefully it turns around going into next week.
So Bradley Hall gets the black flag. Waves are coming soon. Should get the wave arounds here shortly.
And you can definitely start to see some of these drivers losing their tempers.
Absolutely. Want to know who else as well? Yours truly. I've been, Doug, in honor of you, I've actually been muting my headset and telling these guys to get their you-know-what together and actually race each other cleanly.
Well, we knew South Boston would be rough, but wow.
Yes, this is rougher than I expected, so just to help the broadcast out.
It's going to be just shy of halfway. It's going to be an interesting night.
Absolutely, that's for sure. We're not even halfway yet. 184 laps complete. We've got 9 drivers on the lead lap. From my looks of it, we've got only 34 drivers running on the track. So Bradley Hall gets the black flag. Albert Hewins, Mason Foster, and Daniel Miller get wave arounds. We are going green this time by. Zach Edwards, Travis Sukup, row 1. John Schwartz, Stephen Rex, row 2. Alex Kraps, looks to be Blake Wynn, rounds out the top 5. We're set to go back to green. Zach Edwards fires it.
And easily clears into turn 1. You got to give credit to Stephen Rex, man. That guy is just kept... Oh! I think Sukup got the wall.
I think it was that... Was it Sukup or was it Rex?
I'm pretty sure it was Sukup. Rex may have got it as well, but it looked like Sukup got the wall. And now Schwartz is down underneath for the position.
Good battle here for 4th, and you're right, Sukup did catch it that time again. Schwartz with a good run for 4th position on the racetrack. He's got the momentum, and he clears away. Got loose off the corner and almost took Alex Krapser with him.
It's getting dicey now. The track, the lights are coming on, the sun's going down. These guys are really going at it. And the setups that were set up for this colder temperature will start coming alive. We'll be able to see who was really set up for the long haul here.
Stephen Rex just ran his best lap of the race last time by at a 16.1. Again, fastest lap of the race is Zach Edwards at a 15.99. Caution again. Wait, maybe. Joe Campbell and Bradley Hall those same 2 guys. And guess what? Hall got into Campbell once again, and then Campbell spun him out. Campbell is not happy at all. I think Hall got in his head.
Oh, Brad just drove in to the right bumper and turned Joe Campbell around. And Joe, we knew Joe, they've been playing nice. But I think J&S just took the gloves off and things are about to get ugly. Joe had every right on that one to be angry.
Absolutely. And if that was a caution flag, Bradley Hall would have gotten the disqualification because of that.
Well, he got lucky that it was not wasn't a caution or he'd be done for tonight. As it is, he is way back in 23rd spot, but he is still in it. So, whereas he has put Joe Campbell back into 32nd.
Let's go to a battle for 7th here. Albert Hewins and Mason Foster, teammates, battling for the spot.
Go Albie! What a run he has had the last few weeks. Man, that guy has come alive.
He may have 24 rocks on the car. He may not win any money tonight with how it is, but he has got a hot rod under that number 55.
Hey, you know what? I think the only one that would come out in the winning end right now, Brad Hall has had another incident. I think the only one that's going to come out with any money is Zach Edwards if he wins tonight. Everybody else it's all going for incidents. Let's see what happened to Brad Hall. Down into turn 3. Oh, he just started blinking.
Another blinker. By the way, let's go back to the incident stuff. Who could win money? Zach Edwards at 0x. So Blake wins at 4x and he's running third. So he's got good chances of just losing a buck there. Robert Colgan's at 4x. He's in 14th. Steven Rex is at 8x in second spot. So he could lose $2. That'd look pretty good on his end. Ryan Seams is at 8x. Looking at his end in 11th. So that'd be pretty tight to see. Kyle Bartles in the 88 had some 8x and is running 35th, so not in a money spot at the moment. Daniel Miller is at a 10x and is in 9th, so that look pretty tough on his end. Let's go to second spot as Rex and Win battle for that.
Yeah.
This race, by the way, Doug, actually makes Blake Win look pretty good and not the heel of the sport.
It really does. He has had a fairly clean night overall, and he's got to be happy about at least being in this position as he looks to the inside on Steven Rex. Can't get there yet. Hey, let's see, since you mentioned the heel of the race, everybody drop in the comments and let us know who you think the heel of tonight's race is so far, just past the halfway point.
Bartles, I think, just spun the 88 car out. Either that or he was just trying to come into pit row. Nope, he was blinking a lot, so... Anyway, while you guys talk in the chat, we will step aside. Halfway home, finally at SoBo. Zach Edwards leads, Blake wins second, Steven Rex third, Jonathan Schwartz, Alex Krapser in fifth. Stay with us.
Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL Super Fan. Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL Super Fan. This race promises to be a doozy, so I'm getting loose. Howdy, partner. I'm so excited for next week's event that I'm shaking. Totally different shakes. Howdy, partner. You're watching XCAL Racing.
You just saw while we were side by side, Alex Krapser gets past Steven Rex for position number 3 as we welcome you back to live coverage of the XCAL Racing Web Shop 400 here at the South Boston Speedway. Marty Sakala alongside Doug Burns with you. We're so delighted that you could join us for our live coverage here tonight. Our next race for XCAL Racing, make sure you tune in as we go to North Wilkesboro Speedway. That should be a throwback race for us. I'm hoping it is. That's next Saturday, North Wilkesboro 1987 for 333 laps. Start time at 7:30 p.m. on How to Suck at iRacing.
Hey, just saw in the comments that Rothery is going to be, I believe that is Harold Rothery, is going to be trying to qualify the 83 car next week.
Next week.
for the EHP team, so that'll be awesome to see him.
Trouble! Alex Gratz, hard into the inside wall, head-on shot, dumped on the track, he toes it to the pits, no caution.
Let's see what happened to Alex here. And Oven Mitts Matt Hayden is in the chat.
That's a tough break for Alex Gratz.
Oh, him and the 5 car, I believe that's Colson, just get together out. No, that's not Colson in the 5.
It is.
It is. They just get together. He was trying to keep it off Colson, but ran out of track.
That's a tough break. Blake Wynn and Alex Krapser battling for second spot. Alex Krapser's got a car set for this long run.
Yeah.
Just passed Rex a couple of moments ago. Gets by for second. You think Krapser's been saving his tires?
I think Krapser's been saving everything. And wait a minute, doesn't that give us 2 J&S cars in the as the top 2? Yeah, I've been saying it all season. J&S would be the toughest team to beat, and they've got numerous wins this season, including the season opener by Joe Campbell. They have a lot of guys running in the top 15 every single week, which is impressive when you're fielding 11 cars.
I tell you, by the way, after that incident, Alex Gratz is out of the race. Looking at lap times, by the way, let's focus on Zach Evers here once again. He is running laps, so while he's in lap traffic, he's a tenth slower currently. The fall off is about a second, about actually 0.3 of a second. But Zach Evers has been able to put up faster laps than nobody else has. He's the only driver tonight that's put a lap time in the 15.9s.
Yep, the only driver so far to break the 16-second barrier. And when he gets fresh tires, I think he'll make that lap even faster out here. As we're starting to see a few green flag pit stops out there, here and there. Kyle Bartles has been in, Kendrick Cryer has been in. 1 or 2 others have hit pit road so far.
Let's go to a battle here for 7th. Hewins and Foster, they were side by side a couple of laps ago. There's contact with him and the 18 of Edwards. And there's more contact.
A little bit, yeah, and that's Bladen Edwards this week, not Austin, the winningest driver in history. Austin, obviously, at graduation, high school graduation tonight, so shout out to Austin, and yeah, I imagine we're going to hear some announcements about that EHB race team in the next day or 2. Just a hunch.
Definitely. We got another good battle happening for 23rd. Sean Andrews and Chance Maderick. This is a fun one to watch. They're side by side. Rough races for them tonight, of course.
Yeah, both of them still fighting forward, though, and you got to give it to both of them, but I know we got a couple of guys from the Jones BS Racing League that race with Chance, and then I'm sure they're out here cheering him on as well.
We should think about this as well, by the way. So, for example, the leader, apparently lap 16.
Chance just gets...
Oh, there goes Andrews. That's going to be a caution.
No, they save it. What a save by Chance Maderick. Sean Andrews toes to pit road. Chance saves it and keeps going.
Campbell's got a tire down. He's got a left front suspension issue, and he got Brett Hall in that. Didn't spin him though, but made some contact. Campbell just trying to find a way to bring into pit road. He's having a tough time steering that car. He's trying to get it to pit off turn 2.
Something is terribly wrong for a guy who has had such a good season. South Boston definitely has not been his track.
So he brings it into pit road with no issues. How that was not a caution flag, I do not know. Whew. But going back to my point, We're near the pit window for green flag stops, like you mentioned earlier. Zach Edwards pitted on lap 160. We look at a window about 70 to 80 laps here today. Alex Crapser pitted on lap 182. That put him due up around 15 laps from now.
You know, I think
Actually, yeah, I got my math right.
Yeah, I think he can actually stretch it because while he has the fastest laps out here, he has been negotiating a lot of lap traffic. So he's obviously had several laps that were slower. Even though he's pulling away, he is having to roll out early, get back on late to keep that car at 0x like he has all night.
I can confirm, by the way, next week it is a throwback race, so I'm looking forward to that one for sure. Let's go to third spot. Blake Wynn and Steven Rex battling for the bottom step of the podium.
Rex has had an awesome night here tonight as well. He has stayed up in the top 10 most of the night and keeps fighting it out. Even though Blake Wynn has just gotten by him, he's still holding on to fourth, still holding on to Blake's back bumper.
I can confirm, by the way, it is throwback week next week, so we'll have throwback paint schemes, maybe even throwback drivers. So with that incident, Joe Campbell, we don't have radio chatter.
Oh!
But Danny Sargent just told us that EHP is done.
Oh!
I mean,
the two of the biggest teams in XCAL, EHP and JNS Racing, are about to go to war the second half of this season.
we got beef, baby, and you love to see it.
Oh, this is going to be...
Once again, I don't know, Danny, you can check how much required that Campbell has left or optional together, but I would not be surprised if we saw a little bit of intentional contact amongst the JNS drivers to the EHP drivers. Here we go for third. Oh, Rex almost went up the track into Blake Wynn. I thought they were going to wash each other into the wall. However, though, this is a fun one.
Both drivers having an excellent, excellent night. Good job by both of them. And like you mentioned earlier, Blake Wynn, not the bad guy here tonight. He's actually been going out of his way, you can tell, just to survive, be respectful, stay out of the way.
It's your best battle on track as Rex takes the spot away. So I can tell you, by the way, that Campbell's got 6 minutes of required, 1 minute 40 optional.
Yeah, he'll be back out.
Yeah, he'll be back out trying to take heads off.
This
Here
night
we go.
is not done yet.
13th place, Derek Colson and Daniel Miller with a lot of lap traffic.
Yeah, they definitely do. And I have to say, Austin, Edmund, Chris, you guys might want to get with Joe pretty quickly.
Yeah. You may want to talk about it to resolve all what's happening here.
Some peace offerings are in line here.
Sign the Treaty of XCAL.
You know, if we can get a live signing of a treaty, that would be hilarious.
You'll watch the live stream right here on How to Suck at iRacing. Actual real people on camera. We've never done a live camera stand-up showing our faces, but we would probably show some real faces there.
Oh yeah, we definitely would, and that would be probably the most entertaining thing.
We're watching Daniel Miller and Stephen Wetton in the 15. Now this is a battle for a 10th place spot as drivers are in the pits for green flag stops. It's about time we had a long run of green flag pit stops. This may be the longest green flag run we've had today.
It definitely is, and I think we're looking at, if this continues to play out, the only thing that could cause, as the field is spreading out a little bit, you've got a few clumps of drivers. But the thing that is dangerous about the green flag stops here at SoBo is the way you come off of pit road, because you just have to full send off that turn onto the back straightaway. Coming off turn 2, it can get messy.
It can. Edmund Jones is in. Derek Colson coming out. Leader is in the pits. Zach Edwards comes in off of turn number 4.
And Crapser's going to lead for the first time tonight.
Actually, Crapser's already led a lap.
Oh, that's
However,
right.
though, this will be a lead change. Not the lead change credited officially just yet, but we should see it momentarily. Now, when does Crapster come in? Right now. So we'll see who gets credited for leading this lap at the line. It is Steven Rex. That is unofficially our 10th lead change of this race.
And I do believe this is still... Oh, holy cow, Brad Hall right in front of the leader blinking.
Gonna find the 69 here on my end. All currently running in 17th. More drivers in the 55. Hewins, Crapster in the 29. Teams in the 131.
You know, and we have not mentioned the guy sitting in third right now, Jonathan Schwartz. I hadn't mentioned him in a while.
It's been a great night for him.
Jonathan Schwartz doing Jonathan Schwartz things. He just sneaks his way up into the top 5.
Despite the damage he's had, a 16X tonight could still be a good chance that he could win some money. Would lose $4, but if he still keeps this up, he could probably get half the money. Art Hendren, though, behind him in the 37, looking real loose as Schwartz comes into pit.
And, you know, Danny just said there is no option for a treaty here. The second half of this season is definitely going to be an interesting one. It's going to get ugly.
We love interacting with those guys and our fans in the chat. Still waiting for Steven Rex and Blake Wynn. Now, they're about to go 80 lap, under an 80 lap stint at this moment.
And hey,
I think their plan is to go for fresher tires, I think, in my opinion.
And look at this guy, Albie Hewins, just pitted a few laps ago. Currently running in the top 10. He'll pick up some more in this exchange of pit stops. Albie really has come alive the last couple of races. I would not be surprised to see him in victory lane at least once by the end of this season.
The JNS crew will really be impressed at his performance tonight. Blake Wynn is taking the 99 into pit road. Steven Rex still leading, waiting for him to come in. It could be now.
It is
Here we
now.
go.
Here he comes. And now it's going to go back to, it'll cycle back around. No surprise here. Zach Edwards will cycle back into the lead with almost 4 seconds on Alex Crapser.
So with that being said, we will step aside. Zach Edwards to go to the point in just a moment after Steven Rex finishes his stop. Stay with us. We are back here with 273 laps complete here at the South Boston Speedway. Zach Edwards is the race leader. Joe Campbell, by the way, out of the pits, just trying to survive and get some more laps in.
Do you really think that's what he's doing? Really? I don't know that Joe Campbell is the least bit concerned with completing this race here tonight.
Oh, hang on. Here's Brett Hall. Here's the 39. This could get icey. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, my. Put him in the wall. Then he gets the EHP car into the apron.
The 39 is down to the inside. Joe got a bump from the 39 while he was on the high side. I don't think he was aiming for Brad yet.
No, the Rocket Pelletier and Hendren. This could be, let's see if this is a yellow. I don't think it's going to be.
This one,
Hendren gets it going, waiting for Pelletier. And he's pulling a Jake Sylvia, which I don't know if I like this either. And he's good.
Oh! Just not enough track right there. This might turn into a war tonight. I mean, we got several drivers out there angry with each other. Several drivers that have definitely earned a bad guy reputation tonight.
Doug, I gotta tell you, man, I gotta give props to you up in the booth controlling the buttons. That was perfect timing.
Yeah, that worked out rather nicely.
Let's watch some other good battles here on the racetrack. We've got Matt Pelletier and Stephen Wetton.
That is the battle for 12th, and I gotta tell you, man, the Matt Pelletier has had a great run, and I know Chris Barrier out there cheering him on. Great to see him back here tonight. Ryan Seams is the next car up from Pelletier, and he is blinking again. And Stephen Wetton got loose off the turn last time. Let's see if he does it again. Looks like Wetton's car might be struggling with the handling.
Here we go for position number 4. Schwartz inside on Sukup. Got a little bit tight, and that's got the leader right there behind him as well in Zach Edwards.
Zach there's 5 cars left on the lead lap, and Zach is looking to make it 1. And at the rate he is going, it is possible. Have we ever, to my knowledge, we have never finished a race with only the leader on the lead lap. There's a first time for everything, Marty.
Did we do it last year when you were on the call, or no?
No, we did not. We came close. At Southern National, I think we finished with 3 cars on the lead lap. But we have never had one finish with just the leader on the lead lap. And now it's only 2 more cars to go for Zach Edwards. Blake Wynn and Alex Krapser. He could do it.
See here. Stephen Rex, by the way, closing in on John Schwartz. This is a 3-man battle for 4th.
And John Brancaccio just saying it's kind of crazy out here. He's kind of glad his computer's down at the moment. It has definitely been an interesting night as Colson's around again.
With Sean Andrews, I think it was.
I believe. Let's see. There's Colson, and under Gerald Poole holds it down to the bottom, sends it back down.
He was coming in, and John Andrews got him, I think.
Yes, Sean Andrews just gets right in the back bumper. They both go to pit road. And they actually rubbed a little bit going down pit road. Wow.
Battle for position for 12th. Wetton inside on Pelletier. Oh! Gets up the track into Pelletier. They door twice.
We're almost 300 laps into a very, very rough race at South Boston. I honestly don't. I think there's only one driver with any patience left on track, and he's leading.
Yeah. Bill with 0 laps. This would be. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna say, just for the heck of it. because he's been the only guy with 0x, if he wins, just give him the entire $235, or just give him over 200. Just give him mega payday. Give him a butt kicker or something.
He would definitely earn it tonight.
Or-
At the very least, he should get a gift card for the XCAL web shop.
There
so
we
that-
go. Yes, I was thinking that too, because it's the title sponsor.
Yeah, so you know what, Aaron, when you watch this tonight, just do it. Just announce it. We'll make sure everybody knows about it. But yeah, that seems very fair coming into this one. Wow. All right, Wetton falls back in behind Pelletier. But now what? The 960 just drove by.
That is Noah Carpenter looking. Pelletier pitted on 241. The 960 pitted on 287, so he's got fresher tires.
And he is trying to get back up toward him. Noah having a rough night tonight between blinking and being caught in a lot of different stuff.
It
Back
has
up
been
front.
for sure. Got involved in an accident as well, caused an accident earlier tonight, got a black flag. I'm very surprised as well tonight. We've only had one true disqualification, and that was for Jonathan Bronson. I'm not going to mention the second one. If you've been watching this entire broadcast, you know what I've been talking about, but I'm just not going to mention it. But I'm surprised we haven't had more than that.
You got to wonder if, despite that, if he's watching, if he maybe has a sense of relief.
Absolutely. Who knows? 04 to the inside. Get one of his lap backs. Is a faster car. Kyle Bartles is coming in. We were talking earlier. Yeah, let's go to Bladen Edwards. Why not? How about this?
Because Austin Edwards obviously graduating tonight, so Bladen steps into the car. Maybe it's just the last name Edwards, but Bladen has not actually caused any incidents. He has been caught in a few, but he has been trying to keep it clean. He has been kind of driving Austin Edwards style. Just getting around here, being clean, doing the best he can, and he has been in the top 10 most of the night.
From over Bradley Hall in the 69, who was spun. Trying to find him on our end, and that was a blink.
Yep, he is, in addition to the chaos tonight, he has had the
hang on a
blinking
second.
issue.
Hang on a second. Who's 3 cars back? Keep the cameras on here, Doug. This could get interesting.
Joe Campbell has run him down again. Now, last time it was pretty obvious that was an accidental. Joe was not aiming for him, but I did put emphasis on yet. Well, yet may have just arrived as Ryan Seams blinks right in front of Joe. Joe has his sights set.
100 laps to go, by the way. Under 100 to go, by the way, in our longest run of the race.
You got to wonder, though, once Joe gets there, will it stay green?
That is a good question. If he wants it, he's got to make sure he does it right. Because you don't want, if a yellow comes out, Aaron will look at it, and it could be a DQ. And could be more than that. If you're going to do it, you got to do it the right way.
Not
By
make
spinning
it
him into
obvious.
the you don't want, yeah, absolutely, don't make it obvious.
Although I don't know that Joe really cares right now.
Yeah, I mean, drivers normally have that F3 black box, the relative, on the screen, so who knows?
Joe does have a lot of damage. He's been able to run these guys down, but the car obviously not 100%, and Ryan Seams blinking in front of him could be problematic. Ryan gets under Brad Hall.
Oh boy, and
Yep.
that's a JNS teammate too. That is a JNS teammate, do not forget.
Yeah. This is going to get really, really dicey. If I'm Brad Hall, just hold on. That's all you can do at
Get
this
ready.
point.
The beef is about to cook. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Not paid for by the farm makers of beef in America.
Brad actually got the wall off the turn last time. Joe is there.
Here we go.
Ryan disappears for a moment again. Brad Hall keeps getting the wall. Joe is sending
Oh,
it.
here we go. Here we go.
Ooh!
I bet you right now, if this was real life, middle fingers would be flipped out the window.
There was a big fight, and I'm trying to remember what track it was at over the weekend. That has been all over Facebook and YouTube and whatnot. A big fight in the middle of a race over the weekend, and it's probably a good thing these guys can't get out and fight each other right now.
Let's see if we get a bumper. Nope, there's a caution though with Jeremy Leto.
And Edmund
This is
Jones
gonna get
involved.
This is going to get interesting. And in a great long run, by the way, for the drivers, Jones got into the 960, and then Leto with nowhere to go. Keep in mind, Edmund and Leto, they do have history from the All-Star race a couple weeks ago.
Edmund really sent it in there. He had a good run going in. And the 960 was obviously a bit slower, but Leto minimal damage on that one, fortunately.
That ends our longest run of the race. And now this could get interesting when it comes to pit stops and fuel mileage. Everybody I would expect to come in and just fill the tanks up.
They are really, really close on fuel. We're looking at 70 to 80 laps on fuel, and if they get a few caution laps in there, that could definitely mean some of these guys make it to the end from here. A few guys not hitting pit road. Alex Krapser has not come in yet. Blake Wynn has not come in yet. So they know they cannot go the distance. They're going to wait as long as possible to hit pit road. And I hate to beat the dead horse, but cautions breed cautions.
That it does. Alex Krapser, by the way, has taken the race lead and will get credited for a lead change. That's the 12th lead change today, unofficially. So a lot of drivers come in here. Alex Krapser, though, I think is waiting.
Well, if he can stretch it, if he can make the 80 laps, if he can stretch it just a few extra laps and come in really late under this caution, he might actually be able to make it from here. I think everybody else is close, and if they get one, maybe two more cautions, they could go from here, but man, it's going to be close.
We got a black flag on the 51 of Edmund Jones. Should get the wave arounds in just a moment, but while we are at it, let's get a full field rundown here once again, brought to you by How to Suck at iRacing. Doug starts off from the top 20.
All right, looks like Alex Krapser is going to assume the lead, but Zach Edwards back up there with him. Steven Rex having a great night, up to third now with Jonathan Schwartz in fourth. Blake Wynn currently running in fifth, and Mason Foster in sixth. I'm noticing a trend of J&S cars up here. Travis Sukup up to seventh now. Daniel Miller up to eighth. Another guy having a great run. Albie Hewen still in the top 10 in ninth, and Ryan Seams in 10th. Bladen Edwards in 11th. Jose Godino in 12th. Matt Pelletier currently 13th. Robert Colgan, who's had a very rough night, still fighting his way up. He's in 14th. Stephen Wetton currently 15th, and Derek Colson in 16th. Kendrick Cryer running in 17th. Noah Carpenter making a comeback. He is in 18th. Sean Patrick up 13 spots into 19th, and Jeremy Leto up to 20th.
As we'll get set to come back to green, Bradley Hall 21st, Edmund Jones 22nd, Chance Maddock 23rd, Don Jordan 24th, John Friley 25th, Gerald Poole 26th, Brent Meckes 27th, PDJ Zeller 28th, Pat Sullivan 29th, Sean Andrews 30th, Art Hendren 31st, Joe Campbell 32nd, Kyle Bartles 33rd, Alex Gratz 34th, Jonathan Bergeron 35th, William Hartman 36th, Jake Sylvia 37th. Pardon me. Brad Ebel 38th, Matt Brinson 39th, Chase Johnson 40th, Luke Turpin 41st, Devin Landry 42nd, Jonathan Bronson is 43rd. We have got 33 drivers from the looks of it still on the racetrack. Crapser and Edwards will bring the field down for the restart.
Edwards is going to try and make quick work of Crapser here, but Crapser pulls that ahead out of turn 2. Have to see if Edwards can do it again up on the high side. Meanwhile, everybody...
There goes Zach Edwards. Inside for the race lead is Zach Edwards. Oh, he got loose off it too. Nearly took himself out. That was the closest moment Zach Edwards has had in this entire race. New leader, 13th lead change. Zach Edwards out in front. Now, with Alex Crapser, as we come back and talk about him, he pitted on 253. I'm very surprised that he did not come in, because right now we're looking at over a 70-lap fuel run after our longest run in the race.
Chance Maderick was involved in an incident, as was the rookie Brent Meckes. Oh, Chance has just started to blink. Let's look at what happened. It could have been the same thing for Meckes here tonight.
Could be the same thing as well. Other drivers that did not pit on that stop, real quick, Travis Sukup, who's running in 8th position, a lap down, 3 laps down to be specific. Jose Gaudino stayed out in 12th. Kendrick Cryer is 16th.
Zach Edwards in the lead again. However, this definitely benefited Stephen Rex, Blake Wynn, Jonathan Schwartz. Those guys...
Oh, trouble behind them. Leto gets turned in turn number 2 from 20th. Keeps it, does a 360, and keeps it straight. No caution. Back to green. And there was a stack up from behind with the front of the field, and Jones got into Leto. Oh, baby.
Oh.
We got beef happening. It was it was Sullivan that got loose, if not, no, it was Thanos, pardon me, and accordioned the field back. Edmund Jones knows that was not on purpose, but when he realized it's Leto, it's all good. I'm glad I did that.
There has been a lot of, there is no love lost between Edmund Jones and Jeremy Leto. I'm sure that once he realized, that was Leto I just spun, he probably smiling just a little bit.
There is a battle on track in the back of the pack for 29th. Patrick Sullivan and Sean Andrews. Let's watch this. Oh, man. Andrews drove it in deep.
Andrews really trying to send it. Oh, my God.
Man, that got close. Oh, there they go.
Yep, the 16 just locked him up.
That's Sullivan.
To not get into Petey, and then everything went wrong.
Man, that was wild there for sure. Colgan backed up luckily when no one was in the way. He got her back going, and no caution. Let's watch this. Braden Edwards and Ryan Seams for a top 10 spot. Hang on, Brett Hall with Joe Campbell there. Oh boy, here we go. This could get good. Gaudino up in the wall. Seams nearly got the quarter panel to 69.
A little bit of a blink.
I don't think Campbell's going to do it, though, considering all the traffic, because he's got Hewins behind him, who's having a great run in 7th. You don't want to do that if I'm Joe.
No, he has to think about his team here, but at what point, does it become... And Brad Hall has really blinked.
You got blinkers in front of Joe Campbell. Wow, that's not 20/20 vision. By the way, if they're blinking, that looks like astigmatism coming from the drivers.
It is going to get interesting here. Joe has to think about his teammate and his driver behind him, but he's pretty angry here tonight. And the blinking is getting insane from Brad Hall. I would not be surprised if he gets parked.
Campbell is letting Hewins go by. Aaron Hillebush, no warning. Crapser's in. Crapser is in the pits on lap 336.
Now, he can go the distance from here. It's questionable for everybody that pitted under caution.
So, Crapser's strategy of hoping for another caution does not happen. That may be the way Alex Crapser loses this race tonight.
Now Zach Edwards has the lead against Stephen Rex, now up to 2nd. Blake Wynn to 3rd. Jonathan Schwartz to 4th.
Mason Foster now up in the top 5. I think that's the highest Foster's been on non-pit stops.
I do believe you're right, but look at this top 10, and what is the common theme in that top 10?
JNS Racing. Crapser's out in 6th position. Hewins is 7th. And then you got a couple EHP cars. Miller is 9th. Bladen Edwards is in 10th.
Well, these teams get into a war this season. Oh my God, Bladen Edwards is just trying to move the leader.
Oh my goodness.
Is that his?
I don't.
Was that Zach Edwards' first X?
That was
tonight?
Colson. That was Colson that got into Edwards, who got into the other Edwards. I'm speechless too. I'm taking a look. Nope, no incidents for Zach Edwards. He's still clean.
You gotta.
If I'm Zach, I gotta be careful. You got an EHP car behind you as well in the 39 of Chance Madrick too.
I don't think Chance is too new to the group. I don't think the team orders are going out, and I don't think Chance is definitely not the driver to use the bumper until the last lap, and he's not in
Bradley
a position
Hall
to
is loose in 2. Saves it. Yes. Got Hewins around the outside. Still loose on the exits. Man, Hall is just trying to fight this car. That car looks like it's about to wreck like 5 times now.
Definitely a car that was set up for running in the day and has started going away a little bit on the handling. If he gets another stop, I can guarantee he's going to get some adjustments here. But he is still fighting back next to Albie Hewins. They're not even on the same lap, but he is just giving it everything he's got, trying to make something happen here.
Remember, Hewins is 3 laps behind the leader in a front-running car in a money position. And Hewins tonight may not get money because he's at 26X.
Oh!
Oh, man, that got close between the 55 and the 69. That's 2 JNS. Make it 3 if you count Campbell up there. Craps are trying to get by on the faster car, just pitting.
Oh, Crapser is just cutting his way through this field after pit stops on the freshest tires out there.
Next car ahead for position is Mason Foster, 10 seconds ahead. Now, if a yellow were to fly, Mason Foster would be the only one to get on the lead lap as we speak. Crapser would get a wave around, but that'd still put him 1 lap down. That is the issue. So Crapser's got to hope for a caution breed caution scenario and hope he doesn't get involved in one of those.
Yeah, but with just under 50 laps to go, it's going to get, if a caution comes out, things are definitely going to get interesting.
Got to think with 86 laps to go, can drivers go the distance on fuel? I'm going to take a look and see what the stints have been amongst the drivers in the top 10. I'm interested to take a look here and see what the longest stint has been in a race.
Zach Edwards has also not been able to pull away as much as he has previously, only as a 2.8 second lead over Steven Rex. Great run by Steven Rex tonight. And Brad Hall! He gets loose, then he blinks. Brad Hall, I think, just went into the wall. Brad Hall is around.
Yep, and there we go. We got beef. Hendren goes around. Godino, Foster. Caution. And
don't get involved.
And that may end the fuel mileage race. He hooked, and that could be a DQ. That's going to be a DQ for the 69. No, Campbell got into him. Campbell got into him. Oh, baby. We got major beef. The beef has been cooked. Well done. But that's not on Campbell, though. That's all 69. I don't even know if he was using the brakes at all.
He was loose getting in. I think that's how he ended up hitting Colgan. Then he loses. You saw him check up and get loose. Honestly, Campbell just had nowhere. You can tell Campbell was already backing out of it a little bit, but, you know, he gets to give him a little bit of a tap there. Yeah. I'm sure he's not complaining.
Zach Edwards and Blake Wynn are in the pits. Steven Rex has the race lead. Mason Foster goes back on the lead lap. and Rex is in for his stop. We're going to step aside and go to break, and when we come back, we're taking you to the finish. Stay with us.
Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. This race promises to be a doozy, so I'm getting boozy. Howdy, partner. I'm so excited for next week's event that I'm shaking. Totally different shakes. Howdy, partner. You're watching XCAL Racing.
You just saw it. Zach Edwards made the pass for the race lead with under 40 laps to go. But Doug, that car, he drove it in so hard on the exit of turn 2 a couple laps ago. I thought that car was spinning out.
Yeah, he is definitely pushing to make sure he gets back to the front. 40 laps to go. Only half of those laps will... Oh, man, he is really sliding the back end off the turns. He'll only have about 15 to 20 laps having to deal with lap traffic, so he's got to get what he can get while he can get it.
6 cars are on the lead lap. Zach Edwards, Stephen Rex, Blake Wynn, John Schwartz, Mason Foster, and Alex Krapser. First car a lap down, I should say maybe 2 laps down, just got confirmed. I think it's actually 1 lap down it is Albert Hewins in 7th.
And
so McCauley comes out, he's back in the race.
He is, and even if it doesn't, he's the only car. Ryan Seams is another lap behind him, so as of right now, I mean, he's got a 7th place. He's easily got a top 10 finish locked up here. As long as he keeps that car clean, man, what a night for Audi.
With that caution flag coming out, I think that puts everyone good to go the distance. We've got guys that are good on lap 3:15, lap 3:12, but I did lap 3:11, lap 3:20. 324, but I did do some research, same on lap 308. The longest stint somebody has gone today amongst the top 10 drivers, 92 laps. So everyone will be good to go the distance with that final caution from the looks of it. Now, if you've been using the clutch under caution and keeping it in fourth gear, chances are you will be good to go the distance. And if you pitted, guaranteed you are good to go the distance, and we know that.
Hey, there it is. Joe Campbell has caught Brad Hall and gave him a kiss.
Oh, baby.
Danny, are you jealous? Joe's kissing. Never mind.
Hey, sweetie, I'm here for you. He's ready to take you down along with Robert Colgan. Looks like when Anderson Silva gave Chris a kiss, oh boy, he's stalking him.
Joe ain't playing tonight.
He don't care anymore.
And Brad's disappearing again.
We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful.
The leader's coming by.
Yep, he lets Zach Edwards go by because of that.
Joe Campbell backs out of it. Brad Hall starts blinking, and Sean Andrews has had an issue. Might have been blinking for him too. Let's see.
Robert Colgan lets the leaders go by. You look at the Flaming Karma Paint Shop replay.
Oh, Sean Andrews, the 18 and the 18 and the 04 get together. They both get rolling again, but man.
Oh, Campbell got turned. Campbell got turned off for Rex. Blake Wynn is involved as well, but they keep it straight. There was a bumper from the second place driver. Campbell did not move out of the way. Stephen Rex said, I don't give a you-know-what. I am moving you. I got a race to win. That's what Stephen Rex just said.
Oh, my goodness. And Blake Wynn gets caught in that too. A guy.
And he lost third because of that to John Schwartz.
Oh, there's going to be, you know what? You feel bad for Aaron tomorrow. He's about to have his hands full of protests.
Maybe an all-nighter for him tonight. Aaron, get your Monsters, get your Red Bulls. Whatever your energy drink is, your rowdy energy, it doesn't matter. You're going to be up all night tonight looking at protests, watching this race. Going to be sleeping in until the afternoon. Foster's in the pits from 6th position.
Jim Johnson just called it. If Jim Johnson being an EHP driver, if Joe pulls that crap with him, he will put him in the wall. I've seen Jim lose it and put somebody in the wall before. He says he
now, Colstead is loose. He got a bumper from the 18 of Edwards. Told him, get the hell out of my way.
Things are getting really dicey out here. In the last 23 laps, it's worth reminding, Bladen Edwards now down to the inside on Leto.
Oh, here we go. This is about to get good.
Almost
this is
got
about to get good. Coming to under 25 laps to go here.
And remember, as of right now, 5 cars on the lead lap. At 10 laps to go, if a caution comes out, there will be no more waiver outs. At 5 to go, no more cautions. Oh boy.
Yeah, I know, right? This is what we've been saying this entire race.
Jim Johnson just said he misses voice chat right now.
Oh my gosh, I would love to hear the whale feeding right now.
Oh my God.
There'd be a lot of guys. Here's how Whale Petey would be. 69, you're a bleep. You're a bleeping bleep. Austin, I'm sorry, you gotta take his bleep out. You're gonna pay for this bleeping bleeper.
Honestly, probably not. I'd imagine about half the field or more would be muted.
Guys be like, bleep you. No, bleep you, you bleeping piece of bleep. We're gonna bleep your bleep. And then guys are like, can you guys bleep the bleep up so we can tell the guys when we're pitting in, bleepers? And he said, no, we don't care. That's how it would be right now.
Actually, I have a feeling by this point in the race, better than half of the field that is still running would be muted. If not, the entire field would have been muted by now. I think in that first 50 laps.
You know that parking lot rep we had earlier?
Yeah, most of the field would have got it there.
Aaron would have. Jim posts in the chat, Austin, Chris, and I take a week off and we miss all the fun. And oh, we may have some more fun here between Colston and Leto. And you got the 39 as well in this, Maderick.
Oh, things are just everywhere is chaos. Everywhere is driver that has a grudge with another driver. Jim, there's your car. And
Raptor, by the way, is behind us, the 5th place driver.
Yeah, so these guys have to be careful getting getting around each other, and, you know, let's be honest, some of these guys are, at this point, 15 laps left, they're just out for payback. Oh, Leto's in the wall! He saves it. Great job by, oh no, the 39 in the
39! He saves it off of Crapser, tells him, get the heck out of my way!
Great save by Chance Maddock. That's
And
right.
this is JNS versus Edwards again. This time, two different drivers.
Crapser now
I
right
did not
on
do
the
that.
back bumper.
I just wait. Petey's a JNS driver. Daniel is an EHP driver, although we know these guys won't take each other out.
Oh my.
This is about to get crazy.
I wonder if Crapser is gonna avenge his
Oh my,
teammate.
oh
No, he
my,
comes to the
oh
inside.
my. The leader, he's a part of this too.
The leader
Hold
is
your
right
breath, hold your breath, Zach Edwards. I don't know if you're guaranteed to win yet. You got a 2.5 second lead, but you got a lot of lap traffic. He's got 11 to go at the line.
You know what, let's take a very quick view of what Zach Edwards has to look at. Yeah, there's a mess.
39's in. 39's in the pits.
And you see what Zach Edwards is having to navigate through. Some of these guys really making an effort to stay out of the way. Some of these guys up ahead have their own agenda, and some of these guys just don't know where they're going.
Gotta be careful. I think Zach knows he's got 0x, so he's trying to make sure he keeps his car clean, because he knows he's got a big paycheck coming ahead of him. Oh my, Leto's loose. Off the corner, 9 laps to go.
Oh, right in front of the leader. This is Zach Edwards is.
Oh man,
Holy
Leto
cow.
and Petey touch. If I'm Zach, I'm just thinking, get by Leto, get by Leto, get by Leto. 8 to go.
I hope Edwards wore the brown pants today because he needs
I
them.
know. Zach Edwards is looking to go back-to-back. Got his first career XCAL win last week at Charlotte. Leto, a little bit loose off the corner. Does Zach clear him? He does. 7 to go, but it's far from over, though.
Oh, the 15 comes up and gets into Leto.
Caution is out! Oh, my goodness, with 7 to go!
Art
Yes,
Hendren
maybe it's
involved.
not over yet.
Let's see what happened here. Art Hendren in the 37.
And that's with a 69 as well. There may have been some net code. And
Oh,
Edwards
no,
in
there
it
was
too.
no net code. No. And Joe Campbell was right behind that.
Joe Campbell's like, ha 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 ha.
The 04, it looks like the 04 bounced into the 69 a couple of times.
2 Cups also involved. That's a tough break.
Oh.
And Rex is in the pits. Steven Rex comes in from 2nd spot. Racing incident between Sean Andrews and Bradley Hall. Hillebush is going to want to hurry this up. They can finish this race. The final restart is coming up, and this is going to come down to Zach Edwards and John Schwartz, maybe Blake Wynn and Alex Krapser.
Something happened to Steven Rex, and I'm not sure if it was a blink or what, but right before he went to pit road, let's see what happened. I think he just came to a stop and then made the turn into pit. I think he was so close on fuel, he had to make a last-minute decision.
Could have been, and remember, he pitted on 355 in that range. I'm very surprised. Unless he's trying to go for fresher tires. In 5th, he stays on the lead lap, though. This is going to be a big risk because we're not going to have a lot of time. There's going to be like 2 laps to go when we come back to green.
And there will be no caution no matter what happens. And that brings to mind a question. You got Joe Campbell versus Brad Hall out there, but you've got several, and that's been the most documented, but there are several more battles going on, several more people who want vengeance tonight, several more people that are just flat.
This is going to have to go to overtime.
Pissed.
This could be this could be either a 1 or 2 lap shootout here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but with all these different drivers so angry at each other coming into this restart, yeah, it's going to be ugly.
Go into a green-white checkered.
We have only ever had one other green-white checkered. That was Lanier.
Absolutely. We had it at Charlotte last year, too, so we are going back to green in 1 lap from now.
Something.
The dominant car of the day has been Zach Edwards here. Will he win this race? Or will John Schwartz, Blake win, Alex Krapsa go for the spoilers? John Schwartz yet to win this season, I believe.
Yeah, John Schwartz has not won this season. And something tells me this restart might be best watched from the XCAL blimp because, yeah, we're going to need to see a lot.
2 laps to go to come back to green. Turn up the volume. It's about to be an incredible finish. XCAL, full moon, South Boston. Who's it gonna be? How's it gonna be done? It's time to bring the action off turn number 4. Edwards brings it to green, he clears Schwartz.
Blake looking to the inside on Schwartz, can't get there yet. Krapser's there, Rex is there, and Zach is checking out already. He will not have to deal with lap traffic.
Schwartz clears win for second spot. Rex goes below the line,
White
looking
flag.
for fourth spot. Final lap is out. 1 lap to go. The dominant car here.
Rex
Zach
dumped
Edwards.
win.
The cleanest guy here. We're rocking. Edwards gets by it all. Turn number 4. Back-to-back jacks for Zach Edwards. Wins it at SoBo tonight.
Holy
With 0x on the car. Oh my goodness.
What are the odds of a 0x at South Boston, especially tonight? All right, let's take a look at some of what happened on that restart. Because Art Hendren involved in an incident, Matt Pelletier, Bladen Edwards, a bunch of guys involved. And it looks like Bladen gets into the back of Hendren and turns him around. The 61 was already turned around. Edmund Jones gets caught in something. Let's see what happened to Edmund. Oh, Edmund above the 960. The 960 just flat out moves the 91, hits the damn wall, and goes around and takes out several cars.
Joe Campbell actually misses that one.
What are the odds? And let's see. Matt Pelletier, you feel, well, Matt was banging on the 960's door.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say about that last lap.
I think we gotta say as well, I'm really happy for Jeff Edgar's team as well. A 2nd place finish for Blake Wynn. A 3rd place finish for John Schwartz. Trying to look elsewhere here throughout the field. Those are the 2 notables amongst that camp. That's great to see. Not the best night for JNS, but I know they will take a win for sure. Look at this. Campbell's doing burnouts. He don't care. He does not care at all. He will absolutely take that. So, let's begin by talking with our top 3. First off, John Schwartz. John, congratulations after that one. That was an impressive finish by you. I know you'll take 3rd. A great day for you and the Jeff Edgar team.
Yeah, I'm so proud of this result. Throughout this whole week, I mean, through all the practice, I was struggling so much. I could not get the handling of this car set up at all. I was either twitchy or then understeering on exit, oversteering on entry. It was just a whole mess. And I was like, I couldn't get a good time in warm up. And I was like, I know it's a narrow track. Survival is going to be an important key. And I'm glad I was able to at least survive. That was, got to thank Blake for being able to support, like, with all the setup help throughout the whole weekend. Also, nice strategy help from him and Jeff. It's just been that was a survival race. That first like 25%, the 100 laps. I was like, I wanted just redemption from Michigan. The last week I was so upset. I felt like I wasn't able to do. I was doing so well in the All-Star race and then got wrecked out so early in Michigan, so I just wanted to get some momentum, and I feel like this has really cemented it. I know a lot of guys got maybe wrecked out early that were really fast, and it would have been nice to race them, but it was still fun to race Alex and Zach. Those guys were just flying, so yeah, just got to give a shout out to the sponsors, First and 15 on the car, XCAL for the great broadcasting the show they put on. I just want to give a shout out to Tabula Rasa, also raced with them just for a lot of endurance races and stuff. So it's just been a fun week, and hope to keep up the momentum next few weeks.
I gotta ask.
Wait a minute. I have not got to say this in close to a year. The Schwartz was with you tonight.
Let's go. Yes, I've been waiting for that for such a long time. So, gotta celebrate these podiums when I can. I mean, I would have liked to get that win, especially get that last lap craziness on the backstretch there. But, I mean, I ended up losing second there at the end, but just happy to get some nice podium finishes with Blake. So, yeah, Schwartz was with me tonight.
How many? I gotta ask, how many spins were you in tonight? How many racks?
Oh man, it was a lot. I mean, I got bunched up on restarts, and then I actually got collected in a lot of. I mean, I got like over 30 incident points, which was a bit disappointing for me. I like to keep that number a bit lower, but yeah, I didn't think I'd survive this race. I had over like a minute of optional. I don't know how the heck I got that repaired. I was expecting the engine to blow any point, so luck was with me, and yeah. Just happy. So, yeah.
Well, man.
Thanks, guys.
Well, buddy, enjoy this one tonight. Congratulations. And
Yeah,
tell Jeff, you know what.
I will. Thank you.
That's our third place finisher. Our second place finisher tonight is Blake Wynn. Doug, you've got him first. Blake, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Blake, that was a wild night, but, overall, you came out of that one pretty clean.
I got a lot of incidents, but half of them I just was getting hit, and then there at the end I had nowhere to go, and Rex kind of just turned up, and I was like, it is what it is. I'm keeping it to the wood and just going to hope for the best. And then I looked to my left, and Schwartz was there, and I was like, oh, I got to beat him to the line just for the fun of it. So me and him had a battle.
You guys definitely did. And, man, you had, despite the incidents that you got, I mean, not many were caused by you. It was you had a pretty clean night. I know historically you've had people really aggravated with you, but tonight you really came out and earned their respect.
Yeah, I think everybody else was wrecking the people that were mad at me, so they won't be mad at me this week at least, so that's pretty good. I don't really think I touched anyone for my incidents. It was mostly people hitting me from behind under caution, or that one where Joe kind of spun in front of me. I got 4 there, and then I got 2 at the end for whatever, hitting the wall or something, like when Rex came across my bumper right there on the last lap. But not much that I can think of. Like, I wasn't running people over. I wasn't door slamming for the incidents, so not bad.
Blake, I got good news for you. You're officially no longer the heel of XCAL Racing. So, who do you want to give shout-outs to on your run tonight? Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, it's got to be a comforting thought, but who do you want to give shout-outs to, buddy?
Sim Speed Shop, Jeff Edgar, Tri-E Cooler Crew, John Schwartz. He was a great teammate tonight. Me and him talked about strategy pretty much the whole race. Parents, grandparents, everyone for helping me through this, getting me into it and everything. But that was such a fun race. All my teammates, they help a lot. Platinum Lures. I'm sure there's probably somebody I forgot.
Alrighty, man. We will let you go. Congratulations on that second place finish.
Alright, thank you. Once again, me and Zach 1 and 2. What a coincidence.
That's awesome, dude. Blake Wynn, our second place finisher. And now we go to Fuel Factor X Victory Lane, presented by KMU Trucking and Excavating. It is, oops, sorry, John, wrong guy. We'll bring him in. Zach Edwards, the only guy to receive 0x. How about that, Zach?
Yeah, I didn't even realize it till there at the end. We just had everything fall our way, basically. Luke had his deal. I really hate that for him. I'd like to race it out with him. Alex got in a couple incidents there, so that hurt him, but we were able to pull this thing in victory lane relatively clean.
The final lap. How much did you hold your breath there, considering you saw the wreck in turns 3 and 4?
Man, I just held it to the floor and closed my eyes, and we came out on the other side. So that's I don't know what happened there. Definitely didn't need that last caution to set the green white checkered up, but it is what it is. Short track racing, but we got another one here.
You absolutely did, man. I don't know if I've ever seen a dominant performance like that this season. Anyone. You put, like you just said, you put a whooping on them. I think that was actually Petey that said that. Yeah, Petey said that.
Yeah. really worked on this thing. You know, we had all the momentum after winning Michigan, so we knew we needed to capitalize on that. And my buddy Caden Lapsovich, he crew chiefed the winning Pinty's car this past weekend, so we got him in victory lane here too. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
And, you know, I just got to thank everybody behind me, man. J&S, Joe and Danielle, all my teammates, they put a lot of input back into this deal. And all my great sponsors, Alloy Wheel Repair Specialist, Flaming Karma Paint Shop, How to Suck at iRacing. You know, all those guys, I couldn't do it without them, and just really appreciate them.
Well, buddy, you enjoy it. I said on the broadcast, because you were the only guy to get 0x, you should get all of the money tonight, man. You really should get all the money. I know they say it transfers over to the next race. You really do deserve all that money, and maybe even an XCAL Racing web shop gift card for that performance, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that was definitely a rough one. Glad we got to sort it out and run it to the end there.
We're definitely going to be pushing for you to get the gift card at least, because you definitely earned it tonight, bud.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Zach Edwards celebrating in Fuel Factor X Victory Lane, presented by KMU Trucking and Excavating. Fuel Factor X reduces emissions, enhances performance, prolongs engine life, improves fuel economy. A comprehensive fuel treatment. Others may have one or two of our components, but none have all of them. It would take many products mixed together to even come close to giving you the same benefits as using Fuel Factor X. Check it out on your favorite shopping retailer website. So with that being said, in a wild race tonight, let's bring you your full field rundown. Zach Edwards takes the win, leading 323 of 400 laps. Blake wins second, John Schwartz third, Alex Krapser fourth, Stephen Rex fifth, Mason Foster sixth, Albert Hewen 7th, Ryan Seams 8th, Daniel Miller 9th, Bladen Edwards 10th, Matt Pelletier 11th, Stephen Wetton 12th, Kendrick Cryer 13th, Noah Carpenter 14th, Sean Patrick 15th, Jose Gaudino 16th, Derek Colson 17th, Jose Gaudino 16th, excuse me, Travis Sukup 18th, Jeremy Lotto 19th, Robert Colgan in 20th.
21st, Brad Hall, Chance Maderick 22nd, Gerald Poole after a rough start comes back to 23rd, Don Jordan 24th, John Friley after monster trucking early in the race comes back to 25th. Newcomer Brent Meckes finishes 26th, great run for him. PDJ Ziller unfortunately finished 27th, Pat Sullivan 28th, Sean Andrews 29th, Art Hendren in 30th. Edmund Jones comes home 31st, Joe Campbell 32nd, Kyle Bartles 33rd, Alex Gratz 34th, Jonathan Bergeron 35th. Then William Hartman, Jake Sylvia, Brad Ebel, Matthew Brenton, Chase Johnson, Luke Turpin, Devin Landry, Jonathan Bronson round out the field. And you know what, Marty? I think the war begins next week.
Absolutely, it does. I thought of this. You know, they're not going to sign a treaty. They need to sign a Joe, you need to sign a declaration of war. Sign it on camera, like Congress. Really, do it. Couple of things as well, by the way. This is the best finish of the season for Albert Hewins. Congratulations to him. His previous best finish was a 10th at Rockingham. And if I look at the regular stats off of the XCAL Racing website overall since the 2020 test races and the 2020 renewal. Oh, pardon me, wrong person. Got to load this up for Albert Hewins because we got to give him a big shout out on how he did tonight. That was incredible. It's his 24th start on the year. It was a 7th place finish. That's his best finish in XCAL Racing history. So congratulations, Albie. You definitely deserve that one. All right, let's do bonus points, shall we, Doug? All right, we had 25 lead changes in the race. Wow, I was way off tonight. Couple of different leaders. We mentioned earlier that Zach Edwards led 323. Blake Wynn led 1 lap. John Schwartz led 1. Alex Krapser led 17. Stephen Rex led 18 laps. Pardon me, Matt Pelletier led a lap. Noah Carpenter led 17. Bradley Hall led 6. And Luke Turpin led 18 laps. So each of those guys, they will get 5 bonus points for that. Zach Edwards gets 5 additional bonus points for leading the most laps, so that gives him 10. Fastest lap on the race was him as well, a 15.988. Nobody else had a 15-second lap except for Zach Edwards. That is 15 bonus points for him tonight, so he'll get a total of 190 points. On the pole position was Luke Turpin, so he'll get 5 bonus points as well. And our biggest mover of the race, confirming here, up 24 positions was John Schwartz, so he will get 10 additional bonus points, putting his tally at 175. So next week, before we go, by the way, we'd like to take this opportunity to give a shout to our XCAL Patreon superfans. None. If you want to be an XCAL superfan, make sure you go to xcalracing.com, hit the 2022 button, scroll all the way down to where it says Become an XCAL Racing Patreon, and sign up. Must be 18 or older to view their content. So next week, Throwback Night at North Wilkesboro. We'll be getting all the retro gear out. I'm very excited for this race, Doug.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, will the J&S team be running some Dale Earnhardt-inspired paint schemes and rattling some cages?
Absolutely it will. I can't wait for it. It's going to be it's going to be like the way racing was done in the 80s and the 90s. So we will sign off here for tonight on behalf of everyone at XCAL Racing, the president, Aaron Hillebush, the vice president, PDJ Zeller, and all of the senior admins. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Doug Burns, working the buttons, and my co-commentator, Marty Sakala, signing off tonight. Congratulations to Zach Edwards. Back-to-back wins for him in the XCAL Racing Web Shop 400 at South Boston Speedway. So long, everyone.